Welcome to one of the most beautiful settings you will ever see at a high school football game in the United States of America, Skyline High School, where we kick off another high school football season here on Game Night Live as the Skyline Eagles host the Stansbury Stallions in our 2026 opener. One of many Thursday games this season. Jeremiah Jensen, Steven Sylvester joining you once again here on Game Night Live. Sly, we're so excited to be here. So excited to be doing this again, kicking off another year of high school football.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited. Talking to these coaches this week, understanding what these boys are bringing into the season. There's so much stuff going in the offseason.
Yeah.
It feels like NFL. It feels like college with all the motion and stuff going on. But the locking in and getting ready, football season just in general just gets me juiced. And I hope it does for you too. It's so awesome to kick off the season with two potential state quarterfinal teams here. This is going to be an awesome matchup tonight. I can't wait to see them do their thing and what they've been working on this entire offseason.
We think these are two teams that can make it to the turf of Rice-Eccles Stadium in November. They have that much talent. Let's talk about some of that talent, Sly. Here's our players to watch in this game, brought to you by our friends at Trucordia. We're going to start with the Stansbury Stallions and a couple of twins that really make this offense go.
Yeah, I want to start with Brighton Reitzel. He's the quarterback. He's absolutely awesome. And talking to Coach Walker, he does absolutely everything that you would want from a D1 quarterback. It's just he's a little short. He's about 5'9", but the guy has heart. He runs with the legs. He throws extremely well. He does everything that you want to do. He's a all-the-time leader in the weight room, on the field, off the field. He leads everybody and does it the right way. He is the definition of what Stansbury calls Bury bread. And so leading the team this year is exactly who you want in Brighton Reitzel. He does a great job. And then the other player they have here is a guy that you wouldn't be able to tell Brighton and Lincoln apart if they had their helmets on.
Right.
And so, except they're 1 inch difference. I think he said that Lincoln is 1 inch taller than Brighton, but these guys have unparalleled chemistry. They said these guys work together all day. As you can tell, they're identical twins. So every single day this offseason, these guys were together working on it, bringing this team together. They're ultimate leaders on this football team. Lincoln Reitzel is the guy to watch tonight. He has the star around him tonight is who you want to watch.
The Skyline Eagles are about to take the field down in the south end zone. What a beautiful setting. Now let's talk about Skyline, Sly, and their players to watch. It's got to start with their Utah commit, Jonah Miley.
Oh, Jonah Miley, how about that? The biggest thing for me is I talk to these coaches, and I'm like, what mentality? What's your focus? What do you are? And Coach Matic says, we are a power run team right here. And there's anybody who wants to talk about power run team, it's Jonah Miley right here. This guy gets it done. He will be saying his name all night because if it's wet, if we got weather tonight, they're going to be running the football. They're going to be running right behind him right now. Now, this offense is missing some old linemen. They're missing some guys who, because of transfers, can't play. So they don't have their full team tonight, but they are still loaded. Coach Madison is really excited with all the guys that they're bringing into this game, and Jonah Miley is going to have the star around him tonight.
One of those new guys is their quarterback, Tate Johnson, the transfer from Mountain View.
Yes, Mountain View. Tate Johnson does an amazing job. He's what Maddox calls a football nerd. He's like, bro, stop texting me. Why are you texting me all this time, asking about this? He is down packed. He's got all the checks, all the things at the line of scrimmage. He has the command of this offense. He's exactly what you want. When you have a football team, it all derives around how good your quarterback is. Tate Johnson is that guy. He's a senior. He's ready to lead. And this is how you start off your senior year against a good team like Stansbury. They got an extremely hard exhibition schedule this year. They got Lone Peak, they got Sky Ridge, I believe, and they have Stansbury here. So they got a really, really tough exhibition schedule before they get in the region play here. But this is how you want to do it, and you want to have Tate Johnson lead your team out, which they'll be on offense first because they won the toss.
Skyline will receive. Stansbury will kick. Stansbury coached by Jason Walker, his second season with the Stallions, came over from Bountiful and was a part of their tradition, part of that 2024 state championship team. And he brings that experience to this program. Of course, at Skyline, there's a lot of hype about this. The return of Brandon Matic to coaching took a year off after a great run at East. He is now the head man at Skyline where his career started. And he's having instant impact with his program. Suddenly, they look like a state championship contender in 4A with the talent that they have on this roster, with his coaching and the facilities that they have here now.
Yeah.
Skyline really has something special brewing here as they turn a new corner in their.
When we talked to Magic, did you feel there was an extra bounce to him?
Oh yeah, no, a year off did him good.
Right? Yeah, a year off did him good, but Skyline's treating him well as well. He loves the facilities. He loves the potential. He loves this team that he's brought in here. He's doing what he needs to do to build a championship football team. He knows exactly what to do to make that happen, man. So I'm really excited to see what Skyline brings to the table.
Our Skin Science Institute kickoff and the 2026 season is now underway. And what a way to start it for Skyline. A big return down to the 40-yard line, and another 15 will be tacked on to that. Liam Whitworth with the return.
Whitworth, the way to hit it, right? You let the ball bounce. The whole thing about kickoff return is timing, right? And when you let the ball bounce, you kind of throw off the blocking's timing. But the blockers didn't start until they saw him have the ball. So that was good teamwork right there. And then he hit the blocking scheme exactly right at the right time. And if that kicker didn't make a face mask call, that's a touchdown. To start the year off, that was a heck of a return right there. Great job. This is when you go for the jugular. You're going to start on your opponent's 35-yard line to start the season. For me, I'm taking a shot at the end zone. So anybody, if I start coaching and you know that I'm coaching against you, I'm taking a shot at the end zone if this is my situation. This is exactly what you want to do. Matic says that their offense is 90% shotgun, 10% under center. He says you're going to see a lot of things that he did at East, kind of that triple option, very, very heavy run game. But for the most part, you're going to see this team in shotgun, man. But this is going to be great opportunity. Oh, is this? No.
Oh, boy, we just kicked off, and now we got to shut it down. There is a lightning delay here at Skyline High School. We were afraid of this. We were worried about this. The weather's come in, especially those of you on the south side of Salt Lake County and northern Utah County are experiencing that right now. It is heavy rain and lightning throughout the valley, and it's finally hit us here at Skyline High School. So we're going to have to take a break here for a bit as this weather sorts itself out and allows us to play some football. It's 40 to 45-minute delay. And we'll wait to hear how long that delay will take and when we can get back here. And as soon as we know, we'll let you know. So, wouldn't be a start of a high school football season with a lot of little lightning delay. So here we go.
Right.
It's kind of tough, Sly. As soon as you get here, you get all that juice and momentum. You get the kickoff. You're ready to send the offense on the field, and they say, all right, we got to take a break.
Well, this weather's supposed to happen here for the next few days, too. So what are the rules around this lightning delay? How long do they have to leave the field and be out before they can return?
Either 40 to 45 minutes, I believe. Yeah. So we've got a lengthy delay here. So.
And then there needs to be how much distance between the last sighting of lightning before they can return?
That's a great question. I do not know. We're about to find out, unfortunately. So
yeah, normally there's some good time between the last time they've seen lightning to where you can come back. There needs to be at least 20 or 30 minutes or something like that before they can return the field. I forgot exactly what the UHSA rules are exactly for that, but we'll see. We'll see coming out, and protect the players is the utmost priority. So lightning delay it is.
So we're going to have to step aside while this delay takes place as the entire stadium has to empty. We will join you live as soon as we are back into action, as soon as they clear us here to get going. But we apologize for the delay, but as Mother Nature always is in control and not us, so we will roll with it. We will have to wait to see both of these teams get after here on the field. As we said, the opening kickoff took place. A penalty on the opening kickoff. The ball was going to be placed at the Skyline. Skyline was going to get that ball at the 40-yard line. 35-yard line. That's where it'll be when we come back. Skyline will take over at the Stansbury 35-yard line when we come back. We don't know when that is, but stick around and check back with us. Follow KSL Sports on social media. We'll let you know on social media as soon as this game will be back in action. Until then, we'll take a break here, and we'll join you as soon as this lightning delay comes to an end. Here we go. Back to action after a lengthy lightning delay here at Skyline High School. First play from scrimmage right up the middle. Into the gut of that Stansbury defense. And it's a Skyline first down.
Jonah Miley with the carry. That's how you get that. That's a lot of energy. They came out with a lot of energy out of the locker room. I was just outside of their locker room as they were entering the field, and they're making a lot of noise. So they have a lot of energy. This coach did a good job getting those guys ready after the lightning delay.
Miley with the carry. Talked about him pregame. Over an hour ago, was one of our players to watch. Tate Johnson, the quarterback, takes a snap and rolls right. Room to run, but throws to the end zone. Intercepted! Touchback for Stansbury. Big play for the Stallions defense early. I don't see any flags on the field. And the Stallions will take over near the 20-yard line.
They went for the end zone. I think he had a guy. I don't know why he went inside. When you're going on the outside, you have to put the ball between the sideline and the receiver. You can't give the defender any opportunity. He had that ball way inside, allowing the defender to readjust and make a play. If he had that ball, that's why they always tiptoe to sidelines in the touchdowns when you see it in the professional ranks or college ranks, is because you want to give the defender no opportunity. Tate Johnson, he just had that ball too far inside.
Our first look at Stansbury quarterback Brighton right, so he's going to hand it off. So they go to the run game on the first offensive play. 5-yard gain before he's brought down.
Petty Vaca, the sophomore, with the carry.
Coaches are really high on him.
He is. They say he's a juggernaut. He just doesn't go down. He's got relentless, tenacious effort, which is why he won the job as a sophomore. Now, Stansbury has a history of great running backs, man. So we can definitely assume that Petty's going to join that great history of Stansbury running backs.
We'll see how this weather impacts the offense and the calls. It is wet out there. Took a lot of rain during that lightning delay. Reitzel will throw. Quick out. Catch is made, but the tackle is made quickly. No gain.
3-yard loss there. Couple-yard loss there on that play.
Alexander Mattinson with the tackle. Mattinson, a senior.
Going in the wrong direction. Yeah, JJ, you said it, man. This weather is going to definitely play implications on the throw game. And so defenses are going to be able to stack the box because, essentially you go zero coverage on the outside, stack the box and make sure the run doesn't happen. But it looks like it's going to be a heavy, heavy run game with how wet it is out there.
So 3rd down and 7 for Stansbury. Skyline hoping to make a stand here after the interception. Reitzel will run. Now he's going to pull it back and just throw it away. So the Skyline defense does their job. And the Skyline sideline is fired up.
Great job. Great pressure. Great contain right there. It was a simple concept. Brighton Reitzel was looking for the kind of home run there. He had the curl route, the sit-down route there. You do a flat route to spread out the zone, and then you have somebody sit down. It was open if he hit it on time, but he just wasn't confident in that throw, held it too long. Curl got covered up, scrambled out of the pocket, had to throw that ball away.
Back to return this punt is number 0, Liam Whitworth, who had a great kickoff return to open this game over an hour ago. Now we have a whistle and a timeout by Skyline. One of the trickiest things, I think, Sly, for coaches game one is substitutions, especially on special teams, right?
Yeah, making sure that everybody's paying attention at the right time. The game goes so fast. When I'm on the sidelines at the Utah games, they have all the coaches making sure that you are ready to go. When they say 3rd down, if you're in your opponent's territory, it's field goal, it's punt, it's anybody's job. Make sure if you're on that unit, you're ready to go. It could potentially be you. And then once that play happens where it's either field goal or it's punt or whatever special teams it is, you're right up and ready to go. But yes, that's going to take a full team effort from the coaching staff and other players to make sure everybody's paying attention and ready to go.
Yeah, that's the problem. So we'll try that punt again.
Rain's still coming down here.
Could be tricky on snaps. Not this one. They get it away. The rush came and they got close. Did they get a hand on it? They did. It was blocked. That timeout was worth it.
Get away from it. Yeah, I'm telling you, with the weather, you're going to get fumbled snap, muff snaps. It was a slow get-off time by the punter. That's tough. That was a great call by Matic.
Tui Taholo that got in there, number 7, I believe. got a piece of that. Coach Madich talked highly of Taholo as a receiver. Well, haven't seen him catch a ball yet, but he makes a huge play on special teams for the Eagles, who are right back in Stansbury territory. They started the last drive at the Stansbury 35, and now they'll start at the Stansbury 28-yard line. 1st and 10 with 9:27 left to go in the first quarter. In motion is Judah Valet. Johnson hands off up the middle. We're going to see a lot of Jonah Miley tonight. And if you're a Utes fan, you're going to want to watch this kid. He's going to be an important member of the Utah team in the future. This kid's got a lot of talent. His dad is, of course, a former NFL player, star at Weber State, won a Super Bowl ring with the New Orleans Saints, and was previously the head coach here before Madich took over this season. Marcus Miley is his dad.
That was a quick run. You got to really love his tenacity as soon as he gets that ball. My biggest thing with running backs is paying attention to it. How fast do you hit the hole? How fast do you get up there to get to that second level? And he does that extremely well.
2nd down and 4. Movement not called.
False start, yeah. That was,
though they did call
that
it.
was,
It seemed pretty obvious for me at
they
first.
moved a few times. Oh, no, they're calling offsides. Encroachment.
Yeah, that Stansbury defensive player got too far into the neutral zone there.
All I was looking for was jumping on the offensive line.
A lot of action going there.
Yeah.
So that'll give Skyline a 1st down. Now in the red zone, down to the 17-yard line.
Well, they haven't thrown the ball since Tate Johnson's interception. Let's see if they throw to Will Taholo there. He's a transfer from Salt Lake Carroll, Texas. Outstanding player. Coach Madich is very, very high on him. As you said, he got the tip on that block punt on the last series there. Let's see if he has an impact here around the goal line.
Johnson, hands off. More Miley. This time Stansbury does a good job wrapping him up. A gain of about 2 down to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 8.
Another big carry. Going in the right direction. You get the defense to give you an encroachment penalty. That's free yards right there in the right direction. You're running the ball extremely well. As we said, Skyline isn't at 100%. They got a lot of guys who are – there are a couple guys on suspension and then a couple guys who have transfers. So their O-line is kind of mixed matchy right now, and they're moving Stansbury around pretty well.
And that's a big front for Stansbury. Handoff again. Miley to the left. Breaking tackles inside the 10-yard line. Stansbury finally brings him down, but he's very close to a 1st down.
I think they're going to give it to him here. He's extremely close. Look at this run here, right off the left side. Good job at utilizing every space you have. You have all of that sideline, so he kind of dipped his shoulder right there, got that extra 2 yards, but now they're going to call it 3rd down and inches. This is big boy time right here, so your essential rhino package is what you want. Big boys in the backfield. Look at that. It's kind of a cross buck, old wishbone. JJ, you ran that offense, right?
Oh, yeah. Very familiar with this. Yeah. Old school.
Oh.
They wrap it up. Stansbury does a good job there. I don't know if it's enough for a 1st down. We'll have to see.
Yeah, he did not get there.
We're talking to Coach Madich. This is not the typical offenses that we saw at his time in Park City and East. He said they'd be under center only about 10% of the time, but you saw when they're under center, that looked exactly like the Madich teams of the past.
He said that. He said that you're going to see splashes of the old Madich there. You're going to see splashes of our offense from back in the day, and I assumed it was in those short yardage, those why am I missing his name right now? From running back for the Steelers, right?
Jalen Warren.
Jalen Warren days.
Yeah.
Where he used to break through the line.
Got flags all over the place.
Oh, wait.
Ooh, that changes everything.
Well, you go from inside the 10 to back to the 13-yard line. That changes play calling. You're right. It's not easy. That's why when you get an opportunity to score, you want to take advantage of that. Because it's not that easy to just say like, oh, we're only 13 yards away and get that. The field's condensed, the playbook's condensed. It makes it less vulnerable around the edges to get things done.
Johnson, 2 receivers to his right, and another flag and another fault. This time it's a false start.
Well, they're going in the wrong direction. Let's just say they're just trying to get more room.
Okay.
As we were talking about the playbook being condensed,
Yes.
now they're trying to open the playbook back up by moving further and further away from the end zone.
Well, they certainly have done that.
2nd down and 18 now.
These are the kinds of things you see week 1 after a 1 hour and 15-minute lightning delay.
For sure. Let's see here. As we said, look out for number 7. He's going to be at the top of your screen there at the X receiver position. He is your impact player on this Skyline offense right there. I think he's going to be a big target for Tate Johnson here.
Johnson rolls right, throws right. A little bit too much, incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, if he would have listened to me, Taholo was open in the back of the end zone right there.
Yes, he was.
But quarterbacks, as I said, the weather is causing issues.
Yes.
It's not making the quarterbacks confident in what they're doing. So
it's windy as well, by the way.
Yes.
We got a good wind going here and some rain, and this is not ideal and not what you'd expect in a mid-August high school football game in Utah, but here we are. Right. So 3rd down. Goal to go from the 20. Johnson screen. Catch is made. Mile's got a chance down the sideline. He stepped out of bounds at the 10. Oh, he thought he was there. Tiptoeing the sideline, but a good job by Stansbury to get him out at the 10.
Hey, great play call, right? And guess why that works? It's because they were further away from the end zone. So your penalties helped you in that instance. Oh, excuse me, but if Miley keeps his balance in there, that's a touchdown. They got to get that one block, at least get a chip on him or something to deter him so he doesn't force Miley to the sideline. But he gets through that. That's 7 points. Well, let's see what they can do here with a field goal.
Dayton Gochis with the tackle. Touchdown saving tackle. So they're going to settle for a field goal attempt. Skyline with the attempt is good. So our first 3 points of the season are scored by Skyline on a field goal. And they lead Stansbury 3-0 here on our season debut of Game Night Live on a Thursday night.
Well, as we said, the weather's still coming down. There's still rain coming down. There's a little bit of wind. And so that makes special teams that much more important as well. Snap, center snap, the hold, even the kick. Your foot can slide off the ball and take that ball in a direction that you weren't intending. And so a great job at putting that through the uprights right there and giving you a 3-point lead here in this first quarter. Well, let's see what Stansbury's got here. As we said, the weather's coming down, so both quarterbacks aren't sharp, right? I felt like Brighton held on to the ball too long on one of his 9-7-3 route combination routes. Could have delivered it, didn't feel confident in it. We've seen Tate Johnson make a couple mistakes here. But, hopefully this weather kind of lightens up. But
we'd like to see these teams at their best, and the weather makes that tough.
Yeah, the running games are definitely going to have to step up. So the sophomore here for Stansbury, Petty-Vaca, is going to have to step up and be a big part of this offense. He's as tenacious as Coach Walker has said. I'd give him the ball. He deserves about 20, 25 carries tonight and see what he can do with it.
Kick's going to go out of bounds.
It's a penalty.
That is. So Stansbury will get relatively good field position here off of that.
Good job by the returner letting that go out of bounds.
Played it perfectly as a return man.
See, that's why I didn't play returner. I wasn't that
Didn't have the patience?
I was not smart. I did have patience. I still don't
You're
have
not
patience.
smart. Come on.
Not smart. I would have picked that up and like, let me get something. I know I can break something.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. But this gives them good starting field position.
Yeah, 35-yard line is where Stansbury will start. So 3 and out on their first offensive possession after the interception. Let's see what this offense can do right now. This is an explosive offense. We mentioned Reitzel in the pregame, threw for 3,000 yards and 42 touchdowns last year. Go with a quick bubble screen to the left, and up and over. Near the first down marker. Gain of about 8 or 9, depending on where they mark it. You have to be careful there. They can. I don't know if the rules have changed on that. The leaping rule.
That's right. I forgot about that.
It used to be you'd see flags a lot of times on those kind of plays, but that may not be the case anymore. I'd have to ask our official friends for an update on that. And we want to thank all the officials, especially those here tonight in these conditions calling this game. Can't be here without you. Could always use more at the UHSAA if you're interested. 6:08 left to play in the first quarter. Reitzel, fake pitch, goes left, breaks a tackle, and he's going to get near the marker.
Got short, great defense.
Great stop there by Skyline to force a third down and short.
See, I love that. Great job by the defense. So the first missed tackle was great. You slowed him down, but two, you made him go wider, allowing the rest of the defense to come and make that tackle. And they got right back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd down and 1, and now it's 3rd down and 1. This is a 3rd down and a long one. It's not like 3rd down in inches. This is a long one right here. And so running the ball, it's not as guaranteed as you would expect on other downs here. But let's see what Stansbury decides to do.
Pistol formation. Reitzel takes the snap, but we have a false start penalty coming. A lot of penalties early. Not a surprise as well, Sly.
Yeah.
First game of the season.
Anticipated, right?
The conditions, the hour and 15-minute delay. Weird night here. So these kids are going to have to adjust. So it's 3rd and 6 now instead of 3rd and 1. That changes the play call. Still that pistol formation. Reitzel with Vach in the back. Reitzel's going to take a deep shot over the middle. Incomplete. They went for it all. The intended receiver was Rhodes. Ladarius Rhodes. His brother Lael was a star on this team last year. Had a big season for the Stallions. And
Rhodes is one of those special skills players that came back, got faster. It's kind of hard to go for that deep shot, though, with the weather being what it is. You got wind, you got rain. Not only is the quarterback not understanding exactly where the ball is going, but the receiver, too. And the ball can look all kinds of difference in there. Last time it was a block punt, so let's see what they do here.
Boy, they're in trouble again. That rush got in there, but he does get it off this time. Doesn't look like there's going to be a return. It takes a Skyline bounce all the way past the 40. And so, again, the Eagles are going to have terrific field position with 4:50 left to play here in the first quarter.
Let's see what they do with it. It looks like they understand. After that first interception, I think they're understanding exactly what they have to do. Feed Jonah Miley right there, the Utah commit. He's absolutely outstanding in between the tackles. He has great vision, but what I love most, he has a great burst that gets him to the second level. And then once you get to the second level, it's all your athleticism right there. And him in the open field he's a big body, as you can see, very hard to bring down. So I think that's gonna, as they said, 90% shotgun. But he also said we are a power run football team. So expect a lot of Jonah Miley here on this drive.
Man in motion. Johnson's going to keep, and he's going to pitch. And there's room to run on the outside past midfield. And now we got a scuffle on the side. We got a punch thrown on the sideline.
We're not in Vegas, right?
There's a little juice out there tonight. It's a little spicy here at Skyline High School. What was that? Oh, boy.
I'm not sure. Is that I don't feel like that was a late hit. Would that be sideline interference, though? I have no idea what this penalty is going to be. It didn't feel like it was a late hit because they made contact inbounds and then drove, and it was too quick to be extracurriculars unless there was sideline injection into that aftermath right there, which we saw a punch thrown, which came from Skyline. So I'm expecting a penalty on Skyline here. Oh. A face mask.
So a face mask on the tackle, an illegal shift on offense, and they'll just ignore the extracurriculars on the sideline, but you can tell there's a little bit of extra energy in this one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So Skyline and Stansbury, both very fortunate there that there wasn't more penalties.
Yeah, and that energy comes from the head down, right? Those coaches instill that energy into these guys and get them ready to go for this matchup, man. So very excited. This is a potential state championship matchup here.
That's both these programs
Yeah.
believe they have what it takes to get there. You're seeing that energy tonight, even in these tough conditions. Johnson,
Oh,
quick hitter,
nice.
catch is made. Judah Valet.
Shift.
Yeah, that's a nice play. That's a first down. If you're familiar with the name Judah Valet, he was a really, really nice back at Brighton last year, transfers into Skyline, had some big games as a young player last year. He's just a junior now as a sophomore. He had some big games for Brighton. So this is a big ad for this Skyline program to have him back there. You combine that with Miley, and you got a nice Thunder and Lightning duo back there.
Sure.
Valet playing a little slot there, getting the catch. Get your playmakers the ball, Sly. That's what they're trying to do here.
Well, it's great. It was a great job by Tate Johnson. It was kind of an RPO scenario. He could have handed that ball off or thrown that, but the defense went for the poolers, and Valet came wide open.
This time he gives to Miley. Jonah Miley racking up yards here. A lot of work. We'll get into it more in depth later in the broadcast slide, but I think Utah fans are going to be curious. What does he play at Utah? Does he play on offense? Does he play defense? What do they do with him there? Because, man, he's a special
Solid.
athlete.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Utah's known for that, right? You
Yeah.
don't start at one position and end there.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah, you don't know if you got athletic ability, you could play all over the place, and so just be willing to know that the Utah coaches know what they're doing, and they see you at a certain spot that you probably don't see. But just go play ball. It's a great
Judah
job.
Valet or Judah Nawale, as his name says on the roster, with another catch.
Yeah, and that's what we talked to Matic about. He's about this offense is about getting our playmakers the ball quick. We're not holding on to the ball long. We're not trying to do this and that. And Judah Valet is one of those guys that you just get him the ball and watch how shifty he is. He's gonna make his way through that defense, get you every extra yard because of how quick twitched he is.
2:40 and counting first quarter. Miley up the middle. Ooh, he's met right at the marker.
Way to fall forward.
Fights his way forward. Don't know if it's enough.
It's going to be fourth and inches here, but great job.
They're going to go quick.
Yeah, great job by Miley right there at getting contact. Because great job by the Stansbury linebacker at getting him up there. I'll see QB sneak here.
Looks like the push
Yeah, they got it.
is going to be enough. That'll move the chains up to the 31-yard line. First and 10 for Skyline.
Good job right there. So they'll rehuddle. Good job at the up tempo. That's a quick check. Tom Brady used to say Geronimo and get back to the line of scrimmage really, really quick. I'm never gonna forget that because I'm like, we were all in a fight, right?
Yeah.
Steelers, Patriots, we hate each other.
Yep.
And we're all in a fight. Everybody's all over the place, and Tom Brady's just standing there with his hands in his little hand warmer and just says Geronimo, and everybody just drops everything in the middle of a fight and goes back to the line of scrimmage.
First and 10,
Screen.
Skyline. Another screen. Catch is made on the screen. Miley has blockers. Jonah Miley down the sideline. Breaks another tackle down inside the 10-yard line. A big gain for Jonah Miley from the 31 all the way down to the 8. First and goal, Skyline.
Great job right there by Jonah Miley. Great patience, allowing the defense to get past you initially and coming wide open. You got to get these old linemen to find some people in the open field. They're kind of running aimlessly, not hitting anybody on the screens. That's hungry time right there. You got to go out there and kill somebody.
First and goal, Skyline. Johnson hands it off. Miley again. This time they wrap him up. That's for a loss. Nice job by that defensive front.
Second and goal now.
Number 41 making a tackle, Amari Warren.
It's very interesting. The only passing thing that's really working for Skyline right now is these screens, right? Short passes, these little slot screens, smoke screens, or the running back screen. So if they're going to have to open it up, those screens are going to be open all game. You normally can run a screen maybe 3-4 times a game at other levels, but They either got to run the ball a little bit more effectively, or they're going to try some other passes.
Under 40 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to run it. Breaking tackles down to the 1 yard line is Judah Valet.
Outstanding. As you said, he was a featured back at Brighton just a year ago, so he understands what it's like to be back there.
Judah Valet having a big game already.
Just a junior.
Instant impact as a transfer.
Correct. Very talented.
Looks like we might get one final play here in the quarter. Down to 8 seconds. They're going to snap it. Johnson pulls. Breaking tackles, but he's not going to get to the end zone. Stansbury does a great job. That defense gets the stop as time expires here in the first quarter. We got a player banged up. Let's hope that's not serious. Hopefully he can get back up here as we take a first quarter break. We'll have an update on that when we come back. 3-0. Skyline leads Stansbury, but the Eagles are knocking on the door when we come back with second quarter action right here on Game Night Live, Thursday edition.
It's in the thrill of starting strong, making gains. It's the real connections in between. It's in the satisfaction of being on the move. That brilliant feeling of getting somewhere.
Okay, so now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Everyone knows that having a good credit history makes it easier to save money and get approved for the things in life you need, like credit cards, auto loans, home loans, and a lot more. But here's the problem. Building your credit history takes time. That's why UCCU created Credit Builder, an innovative loan program designed to help you build your credit history and raise your credit score. Visit UCCU.com to start building or rebuilding your credit today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And
welcome back. Injured player is up and walking, which is good. I think it was number 18, James Duvall. Back to the action. Second quarter begins here at Skyline High School. For fourth and goal.
And trips to the field here.
Trips right.
Sprint option.
He's going to throw it. Incomplete at the goal line.
It didn't look like John Elway's sprint option, did it?
It didn't. And we have a change of possession.
Yeah, because that was fourth down.
Loss on downs there. So 3-0 stands for Skyline. No points on that drive. Skyline's been in the red zone 3 times, and they've only come away with 3 points.
And here's the thing. This is exhibition week, right? You're finding a little bit more out about yourself. But for me, I don't understand. Why are you going away from Jordan Miley?
Right.
He's a guy that needs 20-plus carries a game. He's getting you down there, finishing the end zone. Even if they stick him up for 1 yard on one play, he's falling forward. In a night like tonight, you got to get the ball into his hands, especially that close around the goal line.
Skyline turns it over on downs. So now Stansbury takes over, but they're pinned deep in their own territory. Let's see what Reitzel and company can do here. Only down 3-0. They're fortunate to be just down 3-0. We go to the run game to get a little bit more room.
Yeah. As we said, Petit Vaca is going to have to be amazing tonight. They're going to have to give him the ball. Brighton Reitzel he's a little off right now. It's got to settle down, and I think handing the ball off to Vaca is going to give him a little bit more energy to be able to throw the ball. But
in these conditions, I think these teams, that's just how it's going to have to be tonight unless it dries out, is these running backs, they're going to have to ride these guys.
It's 3-0 right now.
Yeah.
The game's wide open.
Yep.
Don't lose it by trying to do things that ain't working right now. What's working is running the football. If Petit Vaca is the running back that you see, he's a sophomore that won the job because of his tenacity. Give him the football and establish some kind of energy on this offensive side of the ball. It's 12 guys on the field.
Tough to establish energy when we keep having penalties. A function of game one on a Thursday night. So it'll be second down. They
game.
back them up to the original line of scrimmage. So they lose all that momentum there. See if they can get it back here. For Skyline, this defense has been able to keep Stansbury in check, which has been pretty impressive so far. The Skyline defense looks pretty solid. Reitzel will throw. Throws deep. Not there. Receiver couldn't find it. He was intended for Boston Rowley. So it'll be third down.
I like it, but as I said, he's got happy feet right there. He's back against his own goal line.
It's a tough spot.
It's hard. It's very tough right there. You got to run the football to get you some more room. At least get you some more room, because if you get to fourth down, you don't want to be at the 2-yard line when we're snapping it, right? You want to be at least at the 8-yard line to give you some room so your punter, who's already had a block punt tonight, is not feeling all shaky.
10:54 left, second quarter. Reitzel got time, takes a shot over the middle.
Far.
A little too far. He was open for a moment.
Yeah.
But they could not connect.
Brighton is he's not hitting the guys in stride right now. He seems extremely off. This does not feel like they have the chemistry that we were told they had coming in. And that could come back here in the second half. But right now, Brighton Reitzel has to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This game is going to be won and lost off of how you operate in the backfield. If he understands that and settles down and makes the throws, the easy throws, the outs, the handoffs, these things, you can put your team in good position. But right now, it's going to be fourth down from the 3-yard line. That is extremely difficult for this football team.
We've already had a blocked punt earlier in the game in the first quarter.
If I'm Maddich, I'm going all out.
Oh, there's no question.
I'm going to 10 guys at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to have my corner start out.
What,
and come
3
all the way
punts
in.
so far on 3 drives?
Oh, yeah.
And the first, both those first 2 possessions,
I'm telling my
one
team
was
right
blocked
now,
and one was almost blocked. So that's
we're getting a safety right here. That's exactly what I'm telling my team.
or more.
I'd call a timeout just to get them pumped
It looks
up.
like the timeout has been called here to discuss this.
I'm going all out because it don't matter. Even if he punts it, you're still going to get it at their 40-yard line.
Yeah.
Especially if you can add some pressure to that. What has been good, a scouting report that I've seen, is Stansbury has a couple guys out at the gunner and only one defender out there. Fake punt time?
Maybe.
Something?
Maybe not here.
Why not? They're going to come all-out blitz right here. Look, they're going to come all-out blitz right here. They're going max pro right here, but they're going to come all-out blitz. So I would throw a fake if need be.
This is an interesting moment. It's got to get it out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the whistles blow.
He bobbled that punt.
Yeah, that could have been trouble. We got a false start.
Yeah, good false start.
Boy, this is...
Because I tell you what, Will Taholo is coming. Will Taholo wants this safety. Watch number 7 coming off the top of your screen there on the left side of the defensive line right there. He's coming. It's max pro, but they're going to be worried about the inside. Will Taholo's got speed. He's going to make this happen here.
They're bringing the house. There is a man back to return. That's Liam Whitworth.
Who had the outstanding kickoff return to start the game.
Ooh, high snap. Gets rid of it. It's blocked again. But he had enough momentum on it to at least get it downfield.
Yeah.
Boy, special teams have been dicey so far for Stansbury, but they're fortunate there to get it at least out past the 30-yard line.
That's a win for Stansbury.
Absolutely.
If I'm Stansbury, I'm like, yes, thank you. Because that could have been a lot worse. It was blocked. It was tipped. Still got it out to the 35-yard line, which is exactly where, even if you had a good punt, it was going to be around the 40, 35-yard line around there, man. So Stansbury definitely had a win on that. Now their defense has to step up as they have been. They've been stopping Skyline 3 times now in the red zone. So the defense has to step up again.
So this Skyline offense has had excellent field position all night long. They've started every drive in Stansbury territory. Johnson, back to pass, has time. Goes short. Guess who? Jonah Miley. Nice move. Another nice move. Now he's spinning away from defenders all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Jonah Miley.
Scattering report is what's working. Those short passes to the running back, checkdowns right here, the only passes that are working. and Jonah Miley running the football. Now you just did 2 in the same play. Keep going with that. Now you're down in the 15. Oh, there's a penalty.
I think there was something extra at the end there that
So it's still going to be a first down.
I think.
Jonah Miley did a first down. I didn't think there was a penalty right there, but
We talked about the extra juice in this
Yeah,
game, Sly. There's something here with these two teams, and there's been some extra energy.
ooh,
Yeah, they caught him.
I don't like the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty right there. I do know high school football is a lot tighter than what you see in the NFL or college. So
the officials are getting on top of it right now.
early in the season too. So
We
like
saw it with the face mask earlier. They're
Yes.
calling. And Miley's going to have to take a seat now. Coach Matic sent him to the bench. We talk about emotions before the game. The team, I think it was, we talked to coaches post pregame, and they thought that whoever controls their emotions better is going to have an advantage in this game early on.
Yeah.
And we've seen both teams. They've had some moments there where they got into it a little bit too much. Miley got caught there, and now Skyline is backed up from going from the 15-yard line all the way back to their own 45.
Watch Vele in the slot there.
Johnson, plenty of time. Now he's going to break out of the pocket. They can't get him down. Johnson avoids the rush.
Blocking back.
And gets back inside Stansbury territory. But as Sly just pointed out, there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, there'd be a block in the back. This will be another 10-yard penalty right there. But great job by Tate Johnson. He uses his legs right there. I thought they had a stunt going on the front, and they were going to get him for a TFL right here. There's a guy coming around the side here. I thought he was going to grab him right there, but Tate Johnson, elusive, and then gets do they call it block in the back? Or they
Let's find out.
blindside block. Sorry. Blindside. I got to get back in the mix too. Jeez.
Yep.
It's my first game too, folks. I'm sorry. A little rusty. NFL started.
Well, I'll tell you, our officials tonight are not rusty.
No,
they are
they're not.
doing
They
a great
are
job
on
tonight,
top.
and
Yeah.
they have been very busy tonight. And it's been a rough start for both teams when it comes to penalties.
There has been an excessive amount of penalties. It's not the Bountiful versus Woods Cross penalties that we experienced.
I don't think that record will ever be broken.
Don't say that.
When it get to like 36? We had 36 penalties
It
in
was
that game.
something like that. It was absolutely insane.
I don't think we'll ever play that on Game Night Live Classics. We'll skip that one. 9:55 left to play in the half. Johnson hands it off. Filet is going to go down. He's going to go down hard. Bronx Baker. That's our first look at Bronx Baker tonight. The 4-star linebacker headed to West Virginia. That's where he's committed to right now. His older brother Easton was a Stansbury legend who played at Illinois before leaving to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Coach Walker's very high on Bronx Baker.
Yeah.
Well. He is that like the 5th or 6th illegal shift?
Yeah, they're having some issues with that. Again, game one.
Right.
You're trying to figure out this offense,
Is there a
but this
legal
is
shift?
multiple.
Guys moving, or is there a legal shift? Because you can't do the arena football moving towards the line
Correct.
of scrimmage either.
That's a good question.
So I'm not sure
It's
what
one or
exactly
the other.
they're watching. But either way, Skyline, man, that's obviously something they've been practicing and not caught on. But first game of the year, as you said,
They're going to have to clean it up in game here because that's multiple illegal shifts in this game.
Well, they got their guy back in the football game. Jonah Miley's back in. Let's see if they give him a heavy. Oh, look where the first down marker is. Oof.
Yeah, they need 45 yards here.
Oh my gosh! Screen. Can anybody say?
Got to get to the 25 of Stansbury for a first down.
Screen,
it is second down though.
Screen right.
Johnson. Here. That rush comes and brings the heat. They almost get him, but Johnson avoids it. Eventually has to run out of bounds, essentially getting back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be third down and 45 yards to go.
I thought I saw it. It was quick, but that's a huge jump for them. Okay, So they did call it. I
And
didn't
that
see
is
any-
not an automatic first down in high school football.
No, it's not.
Just 15 yards. So back up to the 45 from the 30. So now it's second down and 30 instead of third down and 45. So that's a big gain for Skyline here, but they still got a long way to go on this drive with 9:44 left in the half.
You're going to get an ISO up top with Will Taholo up there. Let's see what they do.
Stansbury brings the heat.
Screen.
Baker again, screen. Johnson connects. But wow, that rush is right there to pick him up.
Great
Bronx
job.
Baker
Bronx
again.
Baker being a man amongst boys down there. Absolutely love that. Great tenacity, fighting off that O-line screen block. But that was slow operation right there. That's got to happen a little quicker. But great job at getting back into the play there by Bronx Baker. He was outside with the block, shedded it, came back in. But that's why that operation needed to be quicker. That happened way too slow in order for that to be successful. It was there, but screens are all about timing, and it's got to be quick.
William Black with the catch.
There we go. Okay.
Third down and 28.
2x2.
Johnson. Rush comes over the middle. Open cut. Short of the first down, but they got something to think about now because they are very close to that first down now on fourth down.
It's another penalty, though.
But we have another flag in the backfield.
Is that going to be holding
Oh, boy.
on the defense? Because, no, you won't tack it on. But you will have, it'll still be third down instead of fourth down. So, yeah, it's a lot of decision-making Skyline's have to do here.
Will Black with the catch. Oh, wow.
That's added on. That's a first down.
Wow.
She said they needed 45 yards, huh?
What a turn of events.
Got a face mask, roughing the passer, and a nice seam pass right there.
Third and 30. Suddenly, Skyline now has first and 10 at the 15-yard line of Stansbury.
Is that just 2 plays?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now the Eagles in business.
You see, you got Trips bunch to the right there. Jordan Miley's in the backfield. What did he do?
8.5 minutes left in the half. Trips right. Johnson. Heat comes. Escapes to the right. But he's going to go down. Sack for Stansbury.
Great job.
Andrew Cephas, the junior, 206 pounds.
Great job coming around the edge right here. Shading the block. Look how high he comes. Gets out of the reach of the tackle. Tate Johnson doesn't feel that pressured. All he's got to do now, he got to get a strip fumble. You got to swipe at that quarterback's arm and make sure he drops that football. And now you get a couple different stats right there. You get a forced fumble, a sack, and a TFL, all by just swiping at the QB's hand right there. But great job by Cephas.
Loss of 7, second and 17. 7:45 left to play in the half. Miley up the middle. Miley again with a nice run. Tripped up before he gets inside the 10-yard line. But Miley has just had a terrific night.
Feed Jonah, feed Jonah, feed Jonah, feed Jonah. Get a man the ball. He is the bright spot of this offense right now. Give him the ball. Him and Judavile are absolutely outstanding guys. You got to get them the ball early and often, especially down here in the red zone. You've been, 0 for 3 down here so far? Got to be able to get it into the end zone. Now third down and 9.
Third and 9, motion is Black. Johnson looking left. Now he looks right. Now he's in trouble. Now he's going to throw it. Catch is made, but the tackle is made just as it's caught. And a great job by that Stansbury defense. That was Lincoln Reitzel who came up and made the tackle.
My number one pet peeve in high school football. Outside plays to the sideline.
Yep.
One, their screen operation is way too low to be successful. And then 2, high school hashes are so much wider, you do not have that much real estate to work with. So doing that is kind of hard, especially with how long it takes. That running back keeps fading. Tate Johnson doesn't give him the ball in time. Next, he's darn near out of bounds before he catches the ball.
Matthew Payne with a 35-yard field goal attempt. It is wide left. No good. And the Stansbury defense holds up on a wild possession by Skyline, where at one point they faced a 2nd and 45, and then somehow made a conversion for a first down after a penalty by Stansbury. But they come away with nothing once again. This Stansbury defense they're strong tonight.
If this doesn't tell you to fight for every blade of grass,
Yeah.
I don't know what, right? You get backed up all the way on your goal line where you get a penalty and you get a punt off that you barely get off. It goes to
got partially blocked.
Those 30 yards, 30, 35 yards. You get them all the way backed up. Oh, it's looking good. We're going to flip the field. They get it all the way back, get inside the 10-yard line, and you stop them? Absolutely crazy. Great job by Stansbury.
Reitzel back to work, hands it off. Vaca wrapped up quickly. That Skyline defense, I gave Stansbury's defense props because of the adversity they've had to face. This Skyline defense has just been dominant
Yes,
tonight.
they have.
They've given up nothing.
Well, here's the thing. We know Stansbury's got a really good offense. They got some outstanding.
They're electric.
Play.
They got speed. They got size on the offensive line. They got a stud quarterback. They got everything.
They've got chemistry. They've got guys who are returning players in quality positions as far as quarterback for one.
Look at the size of that offensive line. That's not a 4A offensive line, if you know what I mean. Those are big dudes.
That defensive line, too, is very, very compatible there.
Reitzel will throw now, escapes the pocket. You see his speed. He'll slide down.
Yeah,
and they're going to throw the flag late hit. That's a
hate,
tough one.
As a linebacker,
you hate it, I know, but
they call it.
He gave himself up.
That is definitely a call. If you're
It's
going to call it,
It's automatic.
you have to call that.
Yep.
Yes.
The quarterback slides, you can't hit him.
Don't even touch him. I'll get in his face though. Oh, that's a 15? I thought it was a 5-year. Well, Stansbury's moving in the right direction.
Well, we haven't seen the Stallions with a lot of breathing room so far tonight. Now you're thinking this offense, the longer they hang around here, and the more room they get to play with, this game could turn quickly in their favor with how explosive they can be.
Hopefully they can settle down and make some things happen.
Reitzel pitches left. Turning the corner. Ooh, punishing blow. Petty Vaca.
Okay. Sophomore, stand up.
We talked to Coach Walker this week, Sly. What did he tell us about Vaca?
That he is absolutely tenacious. This guy does not go.
See it here.
This guy loves contact, is what he said. That right there is a delivery right there. Ooh. Holy smokes.
That's a sophomore running back delivering that kind of
and then getting up and letting him know. That's why you got to feed him. He is right. Give him the ball. They're not.
Reitzel takes a shot down the sideline. He's opening. Oh, on the fingertips of Roley, incomplete.
Give Petty Vaca the football. You was second down and short. Let him roll right there. That is not take a shot territory right there. That is right the momentum. Petty Vaca is right now. He is up right now. He's
second down worth the shot, right?
No, not right there. Okay. Not right there. When we cross the 50.
You're a linebacker. I'm a quarterback. I like it.
I'm a football guy.
You got 3rd and 1 still. I like it.
I understand you take a shot there. It's a control down. You have that option.
Yeah.
But right now, where the narrative of this first half and how it's gone, you need momentum. You need a guy who's going to spark it. That's Petty Vaca. That means you ride that horse. You give him that football.
They will here. 3rd and 1, and Vaca has the first down. That'll move the chains. And Stansbury approaching midfield. They have not crossed midfield so far tonight, and we have 5:35 left to play in the first half. So it's been a struggle offensively.
It's good. Now
for Stansbury in this storm.
This is what we talked to Coach Walker about the seniorness of Reitzel being able to control the line of scrimmage and make all the
Reitzel with another shot wide open. Incomplete. They cannot connect again.
That's the QB.
Roley again. He just had too much on it. Yeah.
You're not giving your guy an opportunity right there. I believe the ball was out of bounds even, but that's the QB. Reitzel's got to be better here in the second half. He's got to do whatever he has to do. Get some smelling salts. Slap yourself a couple times. But
there's too much chemistry in the pass game for this team. They got to get it right, and you wonder how much the weather is impacting it. But yeah, it's not what it normally is.
Well, it's not what I was expecting coming in this game, so I'm hoping he picks that
Vaca
up.
with motion. They throw it out to him outside. Gets around. We got a flag on the play. Vaca with another flag on the outside. Great effort, though, by Vaca to get a first down, but it's not going to matter because there is too much laundry on the field.
Yeah, I think there's multiple penalties, right? There's going to be a block in the back, and then whatever that is in the backfield, which most likely is going to be holding. So I think that's going against Stansbury. But again, watch the tenacity here by Vaca, not going down. That's the relentlessness. That is exactly what Coach Walker told us that we were going to see from Petty Vaca today.
5:11 left to play in the half. And Stansbury's going to be backed up here.
So
it's like it never happened.
So roughing the passer, I thought it was going to be holding. I wasn't sure exactly what that was, but roughing the passer on a quick screen, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, blocking the back right there eliminates you moving forward. So yeah, just like that play never happened except the time going off the clock.
So Stansbury with 2nd down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. They still have yet to pass midfield in this game. Under 5 minutes left to play now in the half. Reitzel with 3 receivers to his right. Reitzel will throw that way. No, he's going to take a shot over the middle. The catch is made this time. A connection is made, and it's for a first down to the 40-yard line.
It's a great job there at pumping the out, right? You stretch that corner out and allow that because that was a pass that he missed. Remember on that first series, he should have thrown the curl, and he didn't. He missed that throw in that first series. He made it right there. Great job of pumping the out, getting the defense to stretch out, allowing that curl to come open, and then delivering the football. Great job right there by Reitzel.
His twin brother Lincoln Reitzel with the catch. 1st down and 10. Stansbury inside the 40. Reitzel hands it off to Vaca, and yes, another penalty.
Oh, offsides. Get happy feet on the Skyline D-line there.
Five free yards for Stansbury. Be 1st and 5.
If you were to guess how many penalties are going on right now, how much you think? We're at least at 17.
We're at double figures already in the first half. We need a counter.
Yeah.
I hope we don't see history again tonight. But we are off to a great start.
We got to be around 15, 16, something like that.
It's been a lot. Reitzel. Plenty of time. Looking deep. Takes a shot over the middle. Can't get there.
I can't see from that angle if that was possible, but probably needed to bend a little more and go get that possibly. Not sure if that was a terrible throw. I don't have the right angle to judge that one, but
I'll say this. You see the arm strength and the mechanics and the quality of throw that Brighton has. We talked to Coach Walker this week, and he said if he's 2 inches taller, 2 or 3 inches taller, he's a
3-4 star guy.
He's a 3 or 4 star quarterback with that arm strength, with his experience, with everything he brings to the table, his leadership. So you can see what we've been talking about. We'll take another shot again. This time nice catch at the 25-yard line. Gets a few more extra yards. That'll move the chains. Great job by that Stansbury offense. The catch is made by number 10, Junior Halu.
Coach wanted to make sure that we shouted Junior Halu out right there. He's going to be an outstanding player this year for these guys. He's a two-way guy. And actually very interesting. We know Coach Walker comes from Bountiful, right?
Yeah.
Guess who Junior Halu's comp was? Falatau Satuala.
That is
huge.
Wow. He was swallowed up.
Big boy sandwiches right there. Big boy sandwiches right there. I love it.
We don't have number 73 on our roster. But that was quite a play. He just swallowed up Reitzel.
Great job. Right
Outstanding. There. So that was quite a play on defense. We'll get a shout out to number 73 here in a moment. It's week 1. Rosters are what they are.
They are what they are. So we're sorry.
Reitzel.
Oh.
Looking again, finally goes outside. Catch is made on the outside. Breaks a tackle. Gets out of bounds inside the 15-yard line down to the 14.
It's not often you go back to the pump. He pumped the out route right there.
It was Rhodes that made that catch. Ladarius Rhodes, his second catch of the game.
And then looked long. They had great coverage on the back end, and then he went right back to the flat right there. But great job by Rhodes at picking things up as the check down, essentially, of that route.
3rd down and 5. So they got a lot of yards back after that sack. Reitzel with trips left. Looks that way. Now looks the other way. Now he's going to run. Escapes the pocket. Tries to throws late to get it out of bounds so they don't lose any yardage, and it's going to be 4th down. So what does Stansbury do here?
Not a bad decision. Here's the thing. There's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. This is why I don't coach. Because
This is a tough one.
I would go for it. I'd go for it simply because your defense is playing great. It's only a 3-0 game, and they've been in the red zone many times, but there's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Will they use a timeout to talk this over?
No.
Doesn't look like they're just going to go.
Just go.
They're going for it.
You got an experienced quarterback. Just go. You just put them in the situation. We don't need to deliberate. This is a great test for the rest of the season, too, as well.
Got to get inside the 10 to keep this drive alive. Reitzel.
Oh, timeout, yeah.
In pistol. Now they're going to take a timeout.
Yeah. You try to get him to jump off sides.
You get 3 timeouts in the first half. This is a perfect situation.
Exactly. You try to get him to jump off sides, which is great. That's a great game plan. Absolutely love that. You do that, use your timeout here, but then I go for it right here, right? You got the whole wide side of the field over there. You can do a sprint option as well, which has been working to where that curl route comes open. You hit Lincoln in that route right there, but I think Skyline's going to be up on that, so that's got to be an option curl to where if you sit down in there and somebody's covering, you got to keep moving and come open. Or you can do a curl wheel, right? You run a curl route with your X receiver right there, and that 2 guy, he comes on a wheel route right to that back pylon right there, and there's a touchdown. Those are 2 options that I would do if I was here. You max protect on the backside right there. Make sure you give Boston as much time as you can.
I said I was going to give a shout out to the guy that had that sack. It's Alapate Afiaki. He is not on a roster, but we're able to track that name down. So shout out to him. That was a great play, big play, and it might help them keep points off the board here for Stansbury. But the Stallions have a shot here. 4th down and 5. Reitzel throws into the end zone behind the receiver and incomplete. The Skyline defense makes another stand.
See, that should have been a sit-down route. Why was that a post? It was a post wheel right there. A little
Looks like there
route.
may have been some confusion or miscommunication on that.
Well, yeah, the way he threw it is there was a miscommunication. But that should have been a sit-down because that sit-down was wide open. Because they did a wheel. And I felt like they were stride for stride with the wheel. I still could have thrown that, and hopefully my athlete can make a very athletic play. But I feel like Rhodes should have had a sit-down route right there and pick up the 1st down.
It's been a tough half for the Stansbury offense. Let's see if the defense can hold once again, while Skyline has been a roller coaster on offense so far. But they're going to go to Miley, who's been outstanding, and they wrap him up quickly. He does get down to the 21-yard line. Good first down run.
Yeah, it was a great first down run. Stop the clock, 6-yard pickup. Or 5-yard pickup, making it 2nd down to 5. Very interesting. What do you do here? Tate Johnson, what type of quarterback are you going to be? I think the way you end the half is going to give you momentum going into the second half, right? I think Stansbury's offense starts with the ball in the second half. So if you can get points here, if your Skyline is exactly what you want to do.
Johnson takes a snap with 2:40 left to play in the half. Incomplete pass intended for Valet.
Yeah. They got to have better pass schemes. Like if you got Valet and Taholo on the same side of the same side of the field right there, they can't be in the same area.
Right.
You're not stretching anybody out. Nobody's being vulnerable right there. There hasn't been many targets to Taholo either. So I'm thinking that he's got to be a factor here. He's going to get one-on-one on the boundary right here. I'd go streak route right there, right at him. Have my guy make the play here.
3rd and 5. We got another flag.
Ball start.
The play is dead. Man.
55. A little early. All right, now I'm really curious of where we at on this penalty count. Where's our statistician right now?
We might have to make a phone call halftime.
This is getting
We might have to check.
this is getting interesting. And we already had the
see.
delay, and then these penalties is making it real long.
Yeah. It's 9:21 p.m., Sly. 9:21.
Thirsty Thursdays.
We on a normal night, we'd probably be wrapping a game up at this point, but this is not a normal night, and that's okay. What a way to start a high school football season. I can't think of a more fitting way to start a high school football season in Utah than with a lightning delay.
We got to have something to talk about, right? This is awesome.
Making memories here at Skyline High School.
Yeah, student section's all packed up here.
Everybody
Families
who's here
out.
will remember the night
Oh yeah,
they opened the season with the lightning delay.
Thursday night lights. It's absolutely incredible. I'm very excited for football. One, I absolutely love this facility over here. This Skyline High School has done a great job with their remodel. This looks absolutely amazing up here. It looks like they have all the tools that they need to be successful. And Coach Maddox just said it when we talked to him earlier this week, man. So he's been getting good support around the administration and the community around here, and it shows. Everybody came out tonight, and it's a great first game for Skyline. 3-0 lead right now. It's good, man. It's very interesting.
It's not what we expected for sure, but, also didn't expect the weather situation to be what it was. We knew there was weather in the area tonight.
Yeah.
If you watch KSL, you know what the weather was going to be tonight. Watching the radar, we weren't sure if it would affect us here, and it certainly has. So what do we have going on now?
It looked like the ref was talking to the head coaches, and
Yeah.
the head coaches have to bring their teams together.
We've seen this before.
And say a message like, "Hey, let's play some football here.
Yeah.
No more extracurriculars. It's already 9:30."
You can see the air. There's still a little bit of a drizzle coming down here. It's still wet. Windy. It's breezy here. Tough conditions. Not what you'd expect in mid-August. You were usually worried about heat exhaustion, making sure you get enough pickle juice on the sideline.
You know what?
Not prepared for 60 degrees and
I have
rain.
not said pickle juice at all this year yet.
Well, it is night one, Sly.
It is, and we go to Fremont tomorrow, where we might have to
Bring your
say that.
pickle juice tomorrow.
Bring my pickle juice. Good.
That's going to be a good one. We're at Fremont, Weber and Fremont for that rivalry game.
That's gonna be awesome.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be a great game too.
Back to this one. 2:34 left to play in the first half. If you're joining us now, there was a hour and 15-minute lightning delay. That is why we are not even at halftime yet at 9:24 at night.
See the trips to the field here.
Rolling left.
Good job.
Steps, throws. Short, incomplete. Could not complete the pass.
Great.
Tate Johnson got it there, but didn't quite have enough on it. That's a tough throw.
It is.
Rolling left side.
It is. You got a deep dig route was the open route he should have hit, wasn't looking for. It's kind of your third option on that. Everything else was covered, but a great job by Jonah Miley at when you do the sprint options, it's very important to seal the edge, to give the QB enough time, especially when he's rolling out to his offhand side right there, because he's got to reset his feet to throw the football right there. Tate Johnson just needs to find somebody and connect. But hey, look, Stansbury, you got the ball back with less than 30 seconds off the clock since you had it.
Skyline's first punt of the night. High but short.
Peter.
Takes a Skyline bounce to midfield. So Stansbury, who just barely crossed midfield for the first time on their last possession, will now have excellent field position with 2:21 left to play in the half.
Yeah, starting Skyline territory right there. 44-yard line, I believe, is where they'll mark it. 47-yard line.
Yeah, the officials at the 47.
Oh, wow.
They'll adjust the clock back to 2:29. You can't see it on our screen, but keep you updated on the scoreboard. 2:29 left to play in the half. Plenty of time for the Stansbury offense that was so explosive last year and is dealing with some adversity tonight. Week 1, the weather, the delay. It's wet out there. It's windy. It's not exactly perfect conditions for that high-octane pass game.
No, it's not.
But they got a chance here with one play to take the lead.
I feel like the last series, Boston is starting to warm up here. So let's see what he does.
Vaca, Petty Vaca to the right, but he's taken down and a loss there. Alexander Mattinson with the stop. That's a second nice play for Mattinson tonight. That's a TFL. He's done a great job coming up from that position to make some tackles at the line of scrimmage.
It's great. All right, 2nd down and 11.
Clock's running. We're under 2 minutes to play. 1:45 and counting here in the first half. Reitzel with trips to his left. Brighton Reitzel looking long, taking a shot to the right. Can't get there. They want a flag. Rhodes wants a flag. He's not going to get it.
Flag would be on him. He's pulling the defender down.
George Steenblick with the coverage. And that's going to be 3rd down and 11 now.
It stops the clock. Yeah, I don't hate taking the shot right there, but normally when you take a shot, it's because you have some rhythm. Stansbury has 0 rhythm right now, especially these drives that are stalling. You have the opportunity to do some things and you're not. You have 0 rhythm. Petty Vaca just had a TFL right there. You got to get some rhythm before you're taking a shot.
Reitzel. The wobbler, incomplete. Had to try to get it over the line. He was under heat in the backfield.
Or roughing the passer. Holding.
So the Stansbury drive, which was their first to start in Skyline territory, is going to come to an end here. Okay, 1.5 minutes left. We'll see what Stansbury does. You'd expect them to punt on 4th down. 4th down and long. But it's a confident group. They have not brought in special teams. It looks like they're getting ready to, though. They may take the timeout, which is smart. They're going to talk this over. Sly, with the momentum of this game, with the weather conditions, with everything that's gone on, what would you do?
Momentum? Who has momentum?
No one has momentum right now.
Say,
Mother Nature's had momentum all night long.
Right. What would I do here? I would definitely punt the football. You get the ball at halftime.
It's 3-0.
Jonah Miley is dangerous. The last thing I want to do is give him the ball with only 50 yards to go. I would punt the football and try to pin them deep in their own territory. Hopefully you get a nice bounce to run out some clock while you do it. But yes, definitely punt the football right here. Make it hard for Tate Johnson and this Skyline offense to get down the football field. Yeah, I'd do a knuckleball right to this bottom left goal line right over here. Hopefully the ball goes out of bounds or takes a Stansbury bounce inside the 5-yard line is what I'll be looking for.
No snap. Great job by the punter to get it off. That was nearly another disaster. Oh, that was touched. That's loose. Great recovery by Liam Whitworth to get the ball. What a wild sequence that was on both sides.
Yes,
Near disaster here. Look at the snap. But just a great job to get that off.
Great eye-hand coordination.
And then nearly disaster for Skyline here.
Way to jump back on that.
And Whitworth was able to get on it. And after all that drama, Skyline ball at the 11-yard line. with 1:21 left to play in the half.
So that's exactly what I want. Give them a 90-yard
Yeah.
field right here. That is a great job with the punt. Outstanding job by the punter on these last 2 punts. One when they were backed up in the end zone, and in the year catching the bad snap and delivering a good knuckleball to make it hard to catch for the returner.
And Sly, I wonder if the fact that Stansbury gets the ball first to start the second half also played into their decision there.
Yeah.
If their defense gets a stop here, they start the half. All good. Johnson taking a shot deep over the top. Catch is made. What a catch!
Here's my thing. Is that the first target?
We were told Tui Taholo's the real deal. Now you know. Now you know.
I've been wondering. He's the
Woo!
guy. You got to go get him the football right there. That wasn't even the greatest throw right there, but you give your athlete a chance to make a big-time play right there. I'd go right back to it. To have them stop me, I'd put them on the other side of the field and have them go on the other side of the field and do the exact same play.
Tui Taholo, welcome to Utah High School football, the transfer out of Texas. Johnson rolls right, throws. Ooh, that was trouble.
Yeah.
But it's incomplete.
Go right back to Taholo right here. I would do that, man. I would have a pump to the other side to move the safety on so he can get one-on-one on the backside, either run him on a 10-yard stop or a fade. So do a fade stop on a read right there on the backside. Taholo, man, the way he went up and got that football right there, you give him an opportunity to do it. How many timeouts? They still got 2 timeouts. Yeah, man, I give him the ball in the open field and then Maddox call a timeout so you don't waste time. But I would go right back to Will Taholo right there.
Second and 10 from the 43. Johnson. Rush comes, steps up in the pocket. He's going to go down. A group of Stansbury defenders get home. Andrew Cephas again, his second sack of the game. He got there first.
Got to call timeout.
What a game so far for Cephas.
Why did it take so long to call timeout?
Clock is running down to 35 seconds and counting, and now they call the timeout.
He could have called timeout with 50 seconds left. He wasted 16 seconds. I'm sitting over here doing it myself. Oh my goodness!
Scoreboard says 34 seconds officially. That was a big play by Stansbury.
Yeah,
wow.
A sack is what you couldn't have took right there.
Yeah.
It's what you shouldn't have took. In the very least, throw it at the feet of your check down route. Do something. But you did not want to take a sack right there. You waste time, and now it's third down. You get further and further away from the end zone. Now you have to waste the timeout. Lots of things that went against you by taking a sack right there.
You can
Aside
tell
from the loss of yardage.
the conditions, Sly, the wind has really picked up.
It's blowing. I know folks can't see the goalpost flags, but the goalpost flags right now are wildly in the wind.
So you wonder how much that would impact a decision about a field goal here.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much going on here weather-wise. It's wreaking havoc on the game plans for both of these teams tonight. I don't think anybody expected something quite like this.
You can see the Stansbury tent right there on the sideline.
Yep.
Going a little. That tells you a little how windy it is.
It's in shambles. 3rd and 15. Johnson is going to throw a screen to the right. Catch is made. He's got room. He's got a first down and more all the way into Stansbury territory. Inside the 40-yard line is David Campbell.
Spike.
Johnson's going to try to get him lined up. The clock to stop while they move the chains.
Clock it.
Now it picks up. Johnson spikes it. That'll stop it. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Boy, little screenplay turns into a big gain here. Great execution by Skyline.
We talked about what pass plays are working, right? It's the short screen passes or short passes to the flat to your prime players, which is what Coach Maddox said. He's like, let's get our playmakers the ball right there. And when the quarter is winding down, the defense is more in prevent because you want to prevent a touchdown. But in that case, you're letting a big play happen in a screenplay. This is very dangerous territory. I always feared Tom Brady in these territories. There's 40 seconds left. He's got 80 yards to go. He gets down the field in 15 seconds and has time to waste.
25 seconds remain in the half. Johnson has trouble with the snap. Throws the play off. Johnson still throws it up top. Almost intercepted. Going for Taholo again. But it wasn't there.
The snap made a inaccurate throw. He wasn't able to set his feet clearly to throw a good ball right there. Now 19 seconds left in the game that honestly should have been intercepted. The Skyline lucks out right there. I'll get another crack at it right here. 3rd down and 10. As you said, the wind's blowing. I wouldn't even try a field goal right here. So 1 timeout left. I take a shot in the middle of the field, call a quick timeout, then take another shot.
19 seconds to go in the half. Johnson looks left. Takes a shot left.
Oh!
Going for a valet, and it's not there. Incomplete.
And I thought it was a nice out and up route right there by Valet, but needed a little bit more air under it. You know, with these wider hash marks, he's a little further away from him. You got to give Valet, who's not, doesn't have the longest legs. He needs a little extra time to run under that right there. So you need a little bit more touch on that pass.
So 15 seconds left in the half. They're go for it here on 4th down. Probably take a shot. Yeah, just 10 yards.
Triple seam.
Move
Triple
the chains.
seam with a hitch on the backside.
Clock is their enemy right now, not necessarily the down or the yardage.
I mean, if this is going to be your last play, it don't matter. Let's see here. Valet's in the slot.
Johnson. Blitz comes. Takes a shot. Caught! Touchdown Skyline! What a throw, what a catch! With 8 seconds left, Tui Taholo scores, and the Eagles take a 9-0 lead.
Well, just like we drew it up, right?
Wow.
Great job right there. Taholo getting single coverage. You can't do that. He's your only deep threat. Otherwise, everybody else you can ISO up. But I'd always have a safety over top of Taholo. Well, great job by Tate Johnson at taking a chance and giving his athlete an opportunity to make a play right there. 10-0.
The extra point is good. Skyline leads 10-0. And Taholo had that incredible catch earlier on that drive. But that time, I got to give a shout out to Tate Johnson because that was under pressure. He was being blitzed, and he threw an absolute dime to Taholo. Look at this throw under pressure. He couldn't even see him, and it was right on the money.
Yeah. Great job at Taholo at bodying the corner and ripping that ball away right there. But he's got outstanding hands, really strong hands, which is what Coach Mattis was telling us about it, man. So absolutely love him getting the ball right there. After that big play to start that drive, I'm like, go back to him. Go back to him. That's exactly what you need to do right there. They throw that fade right there, and they get in the end zone. Great job right there by Will Taholo.
Big play for Skyline. A tough break for Stansbury. 8 seconds left in the half, but Sly, this Stansbury offense could come out looking a lot different.
Yes.
In the second half.
Yeah.
It was a weird, discombobulated first half with the weather and the delay and all that. We could see a different game here in the second half from both teams. Stansbury takes the old kick. And they're going to go down there, and there's 1.8 seconds left on the clock.
Of course. Another opportunity for a penalty here in the first half. Will Taholo makes the touchdown and makes the tackle on kickoff. They say he's a two-way player, but he looks like he's doing absolutely. I don't see him off the field.
I wouldn't take him off the field either.
Defense, offense, special teams. This guy is absolutely awesome.
He's introducing himself to Utah high school football tonight, and after that drive, people are going to be talking about him. Pretty impressive. So Stansbury with one play here to end the first half. Reitzel takes a snap. They're going to hand it off. Vaca with the carry. And that'll end the first half. That carry was actually by number 26, Gabe Camargo. That is the end of the first half. Skyline, 10. Stansbury, nothing. As both teams head to the locker room on a wild night that saw an hour and 15-minute rain delay and lightning delay, more appropriately in the first half. We finally end that half, and we look forward to another great 24 minutes of football here coming up when we come back from halftime. We'll take a break for now. 10-0. Skyline leads Stansbury here on Game Night Live, Thursday edition.
First of all, it's great to have high school football back. This is our first game of the season, and man, I'm really excited to join you guys and the entire KSL sports crew for Game Night Live this season. The thing I'm hoping to bring to the coverage is more of a recruiting lens, not just who the best players are tonight, but why colleges are recruiting them and what they see in their games, and then which players might be next. And this is a pretty good game to start with. Stansbury and Skyline have 3 2027 prospects already committed to Power 4 programs. That's Skyline running back Jonah Miley to Utah, Skyline defensive tackle Aniti Paiva to Penn State, and Stansbury linebacker Bronx Baker to West Virginia. And what I like about these three is that they're 3 very different players with 3 very different recruiting stories. Let's start with Miley, because obviously Utah fans are going to recognize that one right off the bat. Miley committed to the Utes back in May, and with him, I think the important part of his story is fit. First and foremost, he's a legacy kid. So the fit, the familiarity with the program, those were big things for Miley in his recruitment with Utah. But then when you talk about his game, he's 6 foot, 200 pounds. Last season, rushed for nearly 1,200 yards, but what really jumps out is how much else he can do on the field. He had 25 catches for 350 yards. Played linebacker on defense. So this is a versatile football player. And I think that is the real key for him, is his versatility and what he's able to do on the field. So when you watch him tonight, watch what happens with contact. Watch him make defenders miss. Watch him break through arm tackles. He is a really dynamic player in that sense. And I think Utah obviously prioritized him for his fit and what they're trying to build here locally. So I think it says a lot that he was one of the first players to commit to Morgan Scalley in this class, given the connections to the program there. Let's flip over to the other side of the ball with Skyline and talk about defensive tackle Aniti Paiva. I've had the opportunity to see him up close, and man, he's an impressive player. He's interesting as well because his recruiting story is a little bit different. He became a Big Ten player or a Big Ten prospect seemingly out of the blue. His recruitment was primarily comprised of G6 offers, including Utah State, Boise State, San Diego State, Washington State. They're kind of Power 4. But when Matt Campbell made the move to Happy Valley, Penn State pounced on the opportunity to extend an offer to Paiva. And when you look at what he brings to the table at 6'2", 315 pounds, he has the natural size and power, which is easy to see why Matt Campbell made him a priority once he took over there in Happy Valley. They got him out on a visit this spring, and Paiva committed to the Nittany Lions back in May. So why does Penn State travel all the way out to Utah for a defensive tackle like Paiva? Again, I think, he's got a lot of natural tools. He's really raw in terms of the techniques and the technical aspect of things, but he has that natural size and power to control the line of scrimmage. So I think that's going to be the key to watch with him, is his ability to control the line of scrimmage, how much attention the Stansbury offensive line sends his way with the center and guards. Lastly, let's flip over to the other side of the ball with Stansbury Park and Bronx Baker, because he has maybe the most interesting recruitment of the 3. He was originally committed to Cal. Before the coaching change there, he reopened up his recruitment and saw a wave of interest from programs like Michigan, Virginia Tech, Oregon State, Washington State, and others before ultimately committing to West Virginia. And the thing that I appreciate the most about Bronx Baker is just the way he plays the game. He plays linebacker the way you would expect a linebacker to play. So, he's an athlete, but he's extremely physical and tough. I think West Virginia got a great one in Bronx Baker. So for me, this is what we're hoping to add with a little recruiting coverage to the Game Night Live, coverage. Really excited to join you fellas. This is going to be a lot of fun this season, and it's a great opportunity for us to highlight the growing talent within the state, because each and every year. It just seems to get better and better. So really excited. And again, pay attention to these three guys and what they're able to do tonight on the field.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And every single one comes with one simple promise. The price you see online is the price you pay. That's our full offering price with every dealer add-on and a $499 dock fee included. You only add tax, title, and registration. No games, no gimmicks, and no surprises. Orem Toyota, you lead the way. Shop every truck online today at oremtoyota.com.
Some people are born to solve problems, to lead the charge, to build better solutions, to be the driving force behind advanced technologies, to strengthen digital defenses. They're the experts our future needs. Find your brilliance at Weber State.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Hi, I'm Mila. This is my story. I learn anywhere with Utah Online School. I live in Utah, and sometimes I live in Washington, D.C. I go to museums, monuments, and learn history. They are my classroom.
Utah Online School surrounds students with a team that helps them strive, grow, and compete at their highest level.
I can learn anywhere.
Utah Online School, built for focus, powered by support. Visit utahonline.org today.
For those who run on grit, who are driven by more, who need a trailer that can keep up, make moves with Trailer Boss. Unrivaled selection, unparalleled service. No comparison. Trailer Boss. Make boss moves.
Strong Volkswagen is setting you free from high payments and high interest rates. It's our Freedom to Drive sale. Lease a new 2026 Volkswagen Jetta S from $199 a month. Get rates as low as 1.9% APR. Or save up to $5,000 on select new VW models. Plus oil changes are only $59.95. And every vehicle is backed with our no-charge lifetime warranty. Only at Strong Volkswagen. Break free from high prices during our Freedom to Drive sale. Visit strongvw.com.
Come on over here, get closer. Let me show you these trailers we got. Big dump, small dump, get the gooseneck. Loaded up with an ATV trailer. Flatbed, aluminum. Tilt trailers. Come check out these trailers.
When you're the oldest personal injury firm in Utah, you get to know a few faces. So tell me what happened.
You just came in and sideswiped me, bro.
I got hit by a drunk driver.
And it hurts worse than that time that I was dropped. Tailgate. Who would have thought?
I guess you can say we've seen everything. And I mean everything.
Juliet would never use these.
Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience needed to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Hi, I'm Chase, and this is my story.
Chase travels the country playing competitive hockey.
I can learn here. I can even learn here.
Train anywhere, from the ice to the books. Utah Online School surrounds students with a team that helps them strive, grow, and compete at their highest level.
I can learn anywhere.
Built for focus, powered by support. One team, one shared goal. Visit utahonline.org today.
Oh, hold up, sweetie. Hospital bills from the accident piled up and insurance company just won't pay for it. Bike's gotta go.
After a car wreck, the insurance company wants you to settle fast for less than you deserve. Don't let them.
Before you talk to the insurance company, talk to us.
Craig Swap and Associates fights to make sure you don't leave money on the table. One call, that's all.
801-444-4444.
You never know how life's best adventures might begin. Our closest friends can often come by surprise. Our favorite memories are shaped by the experiences we share. Our brightest moments happen when someone believes in us. See yourself in a brilliant future at Weber State.
Where life grows, home begins. Bank of Utah.
Your whole life, you woke up before the sun, and worked hard, so your family could have the things they want. Everything was going great, until one night when you were hit by a drunk driver. Now you're out of work, bills are piling up, and you're worried about your family. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry will get you the settlement you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Welcome back to Skyline High School. The Eagles lead Stansbury 10-0 here on our season opener on Game Night Live Thursday edition. Jeremiah Jensen, Steven Sylvester with you. Wild night so far. Yes, it is now 9:57 p.m. We are live. Yes, it's 9:57 and it is just halftime. Wild night. We had an hour and 15-minute lightning delay, and then the action got started. We've had a lot of penalties. It's been a weird night, but the most important part of the game just happened right before halftime slides when Skyline finally broke through with a big drive.
Yeah, we're trying to see which team is going to have momentum here. What are you doing? What are you seeing? How are these coaches seeing it? How are these players acting on it? But Will Taholo right here is a playmaker. We heard it from Coach Maddich first. They start to drive with a big throw to him. That's a big catch. He goes up and gets it over the defender. And then later on in that drive, a couple plays later, they decide, let's go back to him. right? And so things weren't working here. They threw a couple out and ups routes. It's just not connecting right. But Will Taholo is an outstanding player, and so you got to get him the football. And so later on in that drive, just before the half, with 8 seconds left in the game, they throw him the football, and he gets in the end zone and extends the lead to 10-0. Will Taholo is outstanding, and that's a bright spot for this offense, right? Because throwing the ball isn't really working outside of the dink and dunk screen passes and getting the ball to Judah Miley. But I think if you can get one-on-one coverage with Will Taholo, that's exactly what you want to do if you're Skyline. So they're going to see a lot of that here in the second half. So Skyline or Stansbury has to understand that. Am I going to put a safety over the top and play tight coverage over him, double team him? How am I going to handle making sure Will Taholo doesn't take over the second half?
So Stansbury's defense had an excellent first half, shutting out this Stansbury offense that we saw last year, and there were so many yards put up, and Brighton Reitzel had such a great year last year. Just I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know if it's the delay, but they weren't clicking in the first half. They didn't look like we normally see them look. That could all change in the second half here. Let's see how they respond. 10-0 is no problem for the Stansbury offense when it's clicking. That could see them absolutely make a big run here. But Skyline's been very physical. They've got some really good players up front, and this looks like a Matic coach team. They are very physical.
Yes.
They are very strong.
Very dynamic.
And they've owned the line of scrimmage here in the first half. I'll go ahead and say it. They won that battle in the trenches in the first half, and I think that's mostly the difference you see on the scoreboard. The scoring itself was two massive plays by Tui Taholo, and this touchdown throw by Tate Johnson. And this is when people talk about Tate Johnson, this is the kind of play he can make. You know, throwing against a blitz, a guy in his face, and he throws a strike for a touchdown. Just an enormous throw and catch. And that's really the only difference on the scoreboard. There was a field goal the Skyline had earlier. We've had a couple blocked punts that Stansbury was actually able to absorb and overcome.
Right.
It was really just that one drive that is the difference in this game so far on the scoreboard. So we'll see what happens here in the second half as we get ready to begin.
Constant momentum, right? And who's doing what, right? Like Skyline should have outstanding lead right now. They've been in the red zone at least 5 or 6 times.
They dominated
and had absolutely nothing out of it. I think they
time
got
of
a
possession,
field goal.
field position. They've won that battle.
It's been absolutely outstanding what the Stansbury defense has been able to come up with and stop the Skyline, this high-powered Skyline offense, right? And so here's the thing: your defense can only bend for so long. How long are you going to do that? Is Brighton Reitzel going to come in here in the second half?
That's
the
what I'm
wind's
being
not
told.
blowing, the rain's not dropping. It's clear outside. It's a little nipply, right? You know, you get a little rain out there, so cold weather, which is football weather, is the only thing that's going on there. So hopefully we're able to see the real Stansbury offense, not anything that's going to set them back as far as weather goes. But very excited to see the second half right here. They have so much talent on both sides of the football from both teams. There's going to be a lot of coming out of this and see what they can do. What was the halftime adjustments from both teams? I'm excited to see here, right? For me, let me get my predictions out of what worked in that first half for both teams. Offensively for Skyline, you got to get the ball to Jonah Miley, right? Your Utah commit, he does everything, running the football well, catcher short passes well. He does a great job. Their defense has to keep bringing heat, putting pressure on Brighton Reitzel. And then for Stansbury on offense, Brighton Reitzel just hasn't been right. He's been off on his throws. There have been misreads, miscommunications from the receivers. They've taken shots. Nobody has connected. So where are the skill players going to step up? But I tell you what, Petty Vaca is your guy. Are you going to feed him more? He should have 20-plus carries in this football game and hasn't done it. And I've got nothing to say about the Stansbury defense. They've been outstanding. They just got to keep it up for a little longer, and hopefully Brighton Reitzel could get them out of this hole.
We'll begin the second half with the Skin Science Institute kickoff by Matthew Payne, and the second half is underway here on Game Night Live Thursday edition. It's a short kick.
And that's a great catch, first of all.
That was clutch.
Commend that catch.
That could have been trouble.
That was a knuckleball. That was a straight knuckleball right at him. He was going to go down, but he's like, these guys aren't that close to me. So instead of getting the ball at 35, you can get a couple extra yards and get the ball at the 47. Now you only have a 53-yard field to go, or 58-yard field, excuse me. 58-yard field here. Let's see what the halftime adjustments were for the Stansbury offense.
11:54 to play in the third quarter. First play of the second half, Reitzel. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. Great play by David Campbell, who had a massive play in the first half, picking up a first down on a long situation. They didn't end up scoring on that drive, but an excellent play. And now on defense, he swats the ball down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Some big boys on that defensive front right there. Ooh.
They've got size. Skyline has size.
And they're missing guys.
Right. This is what we see out of Skyline in August is not what we're going to see from them in October and November.
Get the ball to Petty Vaca. You got a 6-man box. You got to give the ball to Petty Vaca.
Reitzel over the middle. Catch is made. 9-yard gain, just short of the sticks.
Boston Raleigh with a great catch right there.
That's the Stansbury offense that we're used to seeing.
Yes. Nice, quick hitting. Get your guys the football. They're in the lane. They're getting those extra yards, falling forward. Oh, they gave him the first down. Nice. That was a 10-yard pickup right there. They got to get Petty Vaca going. His tenacity was outstanding for the Stansbury offense when things weren't rolling for them in the first half.
11-19 and counting. They go back to the run. Vaca.
Yeah, great. It's a 3-yard pickup.
Petty Vaca, the sophomore.
Yeah, that big defensive front, you're able to run right at them and get 3 yards. It's a good pickup right there. When you run the football, it opens everything else up too, right? You can roll the play action. You can run the pass. You're keeping these safeties on. These safeties are dialing back. They're not even really up there. But you got a 6-man box. You have the advantage. You have the advantage in the 6-man box. Defense only has the advantage when they have an extra man in the box.
Nice. Pitch outside.
Downhill.
Vacan with another nice run.
He's a sophomore, ladies.
Very physical run.
It was a
Just
great
a sophomore.
job. Didn't shy out and go out of bounds. He's like, let me get this contact a little bit while I can. It's a great job. Pitch to the boundary, but it went straight downhill. Catch the ball, go straight downhill. Don't keep widening. Picks up the first down. Another carry for Petty Vaca right there. Back-to-back carries. I like it. I would do the same thing here. Their safeties are still back. You got 6-man box. Give the ball to Petty Vaca.
Another quick shot. Rolly again breaks the tackle inside the 30.
Great pickup right there.
Just short of the mark. No, they're going to push him forward. That's a first down. That'll move the chains.
All right. This is
nice drive here to open the half.
Brighton Reitzel we've been looking for, right?
This is what we expected from Stansbury tonight.
Yes. Good decision making right there. Great throw. Quick. Good job making it happen. Go trips to the field here. Brighton Raleigh at the bottom of your screen.
Brighton Reitzel, the handoff. Vaca up the middle. Couple yards, they'll take that, but that Skyline defense was ready.
Yeah, they were right there. He picks up 2-3 yards right there. Not bad. If he thing is, if he breaks that, he's getting 15. So great job at tackling right there by Skyline. But what you're doing is you're opening up this offense and you're getting success at multiple things. You're throwing short. You're handing it off. They got 2 high safeties, so throwing deep isn't a thing. But you're going to find windows within this defense, right? There's a lot of cover 2 going on here. So you're going to find guys to sit in those holes and throw it.
Another handoff to Vaca. Nice. Try to get outside. Could not get there. And coming up to make the tackle is Tui Taholo, playing both ways tonight, showing he's a complete football player.
Yeah. He's everything. He doesn't get off the field. Special teams. He drinks his pickle juice before the game. I see that. He's gotten a lot of snaps tonight.
That nice cool temperature we're feeling right now, probably helping out with that. Now that the rain and the lightning is gone and the wind has died down a little bit, it's a nice cool night here for some football. Feels like football weather, Sly.
Yes, it does. This early in August, too.
Reitzel on third down.
Wheel route.
Takes a shot over the middle. Couldn't quite get there. Trying to get Rhodes.
Stop playing around. Get in there. He held on to that route way too long.
It looked like Reitzel was expecting him a little farther inside. Boy, that was almost a touchdown.
I know the quarterback takes the blame for a lot of things. I don't think that was that was Rhodes. He was kind of holding on to that route way too long. He's got to get in it because they had a wheel route on the outside, which means you have to pull your defender away from that wheel route. He was hanging way too straight on that, and I think Reitzel was expecting him to bend a little quicker and harder on that post, and he wasn't.
They're going to go for it on 4th down from the 23-yard line. Reitzel over the middle, tipped and incomplete. The defense makes another stand.
Great.
Jack Frederick with the pass breakup, and the Eagles take over on downs.
Great pass breakup, and then Will Taholo tattooed the receiver right there. Boom, boom. Great job. Will Taholo, as we said, he's all over the place. Offense, defense, special teams, making some amazing plays. Giving Skyline back the football. So now, Skyline, this is where you put the pressure on your opponent, right? This Stansbury defense has done an excellent job tonight, but now they're kind of down, right? Their offense, they get the ball, they can't do anything. So you get the ball here to Jonah Miley. Make him take over this football game.
8:44 left, third quarter. Johnson hands it off to Miley. Miley falls forward to the 25.
Yeah, that was great penetration by the D line right there. Got them stocked up in the backfield, but Miley rolls off of it, falls forward for a couple-yard gain. That should have been a 2-yard loss. He ended up with a 2-yard gain right there. Great job by Miley. But this is what Skyline needs to do, run the football. You're out of shotgun 90% of the time. You can still run the football very, very effectively, which is what I believe they should be doing here.
2nd and 8 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Johnson will throw. Quick hitter. Caught. Catch is made.
Oof.
Judah Valet.
Oof.
Past the 40 to the 41. That'll move the change.
Oof. That's a 5-yard hitch that he got about 17 yards on. Look at him catch this. Look at the acceleration after he catches this ball. Watch him catch this ball. Look at the acceleration. Right. Up. Got about 17 yards right there. That's an absolutely outstanding job right there by Judah Valle right there at getting upfield as soon as you catch that football. It's exactly what they teach you to do. You catch, you go straight upfield and use your speed. It's exactly what he does. An amazing job right there, taking advantage of that down.
Skyline goes trips right. Johnson with Miley in the backfield. He's going to go to Miley up the middle. Plenty of room. He's got blockers and he's got a first down. He's right at the sticks. That'll move the chains once again.
Great job. Skyline looks tough, man. They are putting the pressure on right now, running the football very effectively, taking those short passes, getting a lot of yardage out of it. They got to really put their knee on their opponent right here on this drive. Let's see what they do. Real tight box right here. Oh, great job.
Boy, Stansbury wasn't fooled there, but we got a flag. That might be a face mask, which would be very unfortunate for Stansbury because they played that so well.
So well.
Will Black was the ball carrier, but somebody got a hold of his face mask here. Got to be careful and not get those hands on the face. That'll get him every time. So a big setback for Stansbury coming here. So with the 10-0 lead, the Eagles will now move into Stansbury territory. They will place the ball at the 34-yard line of Stansbury. So the Eagles on the march with 6:45 and counting left here in the third quarter. Boy, a touchdown here would give them a comfortable lead. Johnson quickly to Valet. Nice tackle. Did not have a chance to escape there. Again, number 9, Bronx Baker, the West Virginia commit, with another open field tackle that prevents a gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Great job right there at attacking the catch by Bronx Baker right there. Solid wrap up, very strong tackle. Let's see here. Now we get 2nd down and 10. Substitution errors coming in and out of the huddle. Got about 5 seconds to get this ball off. You don't want to waste the timeout.
Johnson, the catch is made to the outside up to about the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 29. Again, that was David Campbell with a catch.
It's some good plays tonight.
Yes, he has, on offense and defense.
Right.
We're now at 5:30 left, third quarter. Johnson will throw. Runs out of time, escapes. He's got a 1st down and more. Johnson looking to get to the edge. Tate Johnson. Great job when the play broke down. Nothing was open. He scrambles, and he picks up a big gain inside the 20, down to the 13-yard line.
I like that he likes to run right there, but even more so, what I liked about it is getting right upfield as he escaped the pocket. A lot of people keep fading to the sideline. He ended up getting more yards, where he had an opportunity to slide wherever, but he saw open grass, was able to cut it all the way back to the same side of the field that he came from, and picked up a really big gain here. Now you're back here at the red zone, right? You've been here a few times. How are you going to punch this into the end zone?
Miley trying to break the tackle, and he can't. The Stansbury defense finally wraps him up. It's a TFL for the Stallions.
Yeah, I think Stansbury understands what I understand, right? He get the ball to Jonah Miley right there, right? And so they're loading. So if you're going to run the football, let's not get in shotgun. Shotgun takes time, right? And if they know you're going to run the football, they're stacking the box. You got to make them honor your short pass game, right? You got to make them loosen up in order to do that. But if you're going to run the football and you don't care, then you got to line up and go straight downhill. And the old managed formations is kind of what I'm getting at right there. But they are 90% shotgun right here. So what are they going to do?
2nd down and 12. Miley. They wrap him up again. This Stansbury defense, whenever Skyline's gotten into the red zone tonight,
stood up.
They have stood up. The touchdown that Skyline has was not a red zone touchdown. Stallions have stepped up,
which is
inside
huge,
the 20.
Right? You talk about professional coaches, college coaches, they talk about what is important. Red zone defense, how you perform in the red zone. And Stansbury's done an outstanding job tonight in the red zone on defense at stopping Skyline from getting into the end zone, because Skyline has all the intangibles to be able to do it. They got playmakers, right? But they have just not been able to crack that goal line from the red zone.
3rd down and 14. The blitz comes. Stansbury bringing the heat. Johnson throws it to nobody. Incomplete.
He's telling him
I see no flags.
He's telling him he has to do a comeback route, right?
Yeah.
That was great defense on the outside right there. It's sticking with him. It's a miscommunication from the receiver and the quarterback right there, making him settle for another field goal. But yeah, that was it was a great job driving all the way down there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Took a lot of time, too. Only 3:20 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, you had Judah Valley had a big gain on that. Jonah Miley played a nice role in that. He did a good job with David Campbell as well.
Matthew Payne from 34 yards. Whistle blows before the kick. Stansbury was trying to block that. Does Coach Matich think about bringing the offense back here with an extra 5 yards?
Take the points. You're up by 10. Take the points right here. Take the points right here. Get your defense back. Your defense has done a terrific job on that. You're pitching a shutout right now.
Move it up 5 yards. This will be a 28-yard attempt for Matthew Payne. Kick is up. No good. Wide left. So again, Sly, in the red zone, the Stallions get a stop and another empty possession for the Eagles in the red zone.
It's kind of incredible, actually.
It really is. Let's be honest. Skyline has dominated possession tonight. They've dominated
total yardage.
Total yardage. They've dominated field position. They've definitely won that battle.
It's all
but
over
when it comes down to it, really matters in the red zone,
which is points.
Stansbury's been able to make a stand every time. Now the touchdown that Skyline scored was not in the red zone. It was a deep pass that was caught for the touchdown
as the quarter was expired.
Right.
Yeah, man. So
this Stansbury team is hanging in there. They've had a lot of adversity tonight, but they've got 3 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the third, and 15 minutes and 14 total.
Okay, Rhodes.
To get going here.
I like it. I saw a lot.
Late flag comes in.
I think Brighton Wright's will start to get in his rhythm.
Yeah.
That last drive was very good for him. Made a lot of good throws on that. They, of course, didn't finish that off. But their defense is standing up, right? It's giving you the opportunity. They're not going to do it for the full 48 minutes. Wow. That's huge. It's a 25-yard play right there. You got a 10-yard gain right there, and then another 15-yard penalty on top of it. That is exactly what you want to do, and moving in the right direction, right? Let's see, man. As I said, I think Stansbury's win or lost this game off of how Brighton Reitzel orchestrates this offense, man. So let's see exactly what he does here. I feel like he started to get his rhythm in the last drive, and see if he continues on here.
3:04 to play in the third. Reitzel looks right, throw, catch is made, keeps his balance, fighting for yards, gets past midfield. A nice play for Stansbury. And again, that is Junior Halu that we talked about earlier. Another nice positive play for Stansbury. Plenty of time here.
Yes.
Just down 10. They could take a lead in 2 possessions. But they got to get something here.
Yes, they do.
This is a good start. Now at the Skyline 49-yard line. Reitzel is starting to get into a rhythm. And this offense is trying to find itself again. Starting to find itself again. 2:15 and counting in the third. Reitzel, shot over the middle.
Oh, penalty.
Tried to come back, and it's going to be a penalty on Skyline. The fans don't like it.
Oh, come on. That's the most blatant pass interference I've ever seen in my life. I didn't think they were going to call it. The flag came late, how late it was. But that was clear pass interference. Reitzel needs a little more on that. But
it ended up working out in their favor. Obviously, they're not going to get the full yardage, but
great job by Raleigh at getting past the DBs right there. If that ball was deep enough, that was a touchdown because he definitely got past the defense right there, and they had no idea what they were chasing, which is why they got the pass interference call right there. It was a good job at taking a shot. It was perfect position to do that. Just got to connect. Timeout. All right, here we got Stansbury, pistol formation, trips to the field. I'd run the football. Let's give the ball to Pettivaki right here.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Reitzel connects with Rowley inside the 20 into the red zone. The Stallions have finally found some momentum.
Rowley is quick, man.
Their receivers are lightning fast.
He don't weigh that much, but
these are sprinters on the outside. Rowley and Reitzel are sprinters. They've got speed, throwing roads as well. They got guys on the outside.
For sure. If
Reitzel, the quarterback, just gets them the ball, they can make stuff happen, as you saw there with Rowley with a nice gain for a first down. They'll look the 17-yard line now as we're under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Now they got to finish drives, right? They've been down here.
That has been the issue tonight
This
for
has
them.
been their third time down here, I believe, in this part of the field. They got to finish it off here.
Reitzel in trouble. Gets away. Reitzel running to the 10, the 5, and he goes down there.
Yeah. Did not want to take a hit from Will Taholo right there. So great job by Reitzel at getting down. I know he wanted to cut back right there. He was indecisive. Should I run out of bounds or should I cut it back? Will Taholo, look at him close ground right there.
Well, great job by Reitzel, though, to avoid the sack. Afiaki had him in his sights, and he got out of there and got the first down, and now it's 1st and goal for Stansbury from the 4-yard line. A touchdown here changes everything in this game. So big moment here for the Stallions and for the Eagles. Reitzel will throw. Has time, now throws outside. Catch is made. Incomplete. He could not complete the catch. He could not complete the catch. So it'll be 2nd down. Went to Halu again. And
I'm in disbelief. He chopped it. That was a walk-in. That was perfectly designed.
Yeah,
They had
was there.
everybody stacked down here to the bottom, and they got a late run out to the field side, so it was just wide open. All the defense was all washed down here to the short side of the field. And it's just a pitch and catch. Just catch it and put it away. 2nd down and goal here. Timeout by Skyline. They had some alignment issues. Wow. Well, these defenses have done a great job in this game down here at the red zone. I mean, you'd say 2-yard line, 3-yard line, whatever it is, these defenses have stood up, right? The red zone points have been very, very small. I think only 3 points. That first field goal by Skyline is the only red zone points in this football game. And so very interesting to see if Skyline's defense is going to step up here. Still possible. Until you punch it in the end zone, no points are guaranteed. So red zone defense is a good testament to how good your team is, and both of these teams' defense have played excellent football down here in the red zone. Let's see if Skyline can keep them out. Let's go 2nd and goal here. Wait, what happened?
What's up?
Told them to go back to the sidelines, bringing the coaches out.
We have another moment here where we're going to have to do this. Looks like it.
What's going on? I haven't seen anything.
May have not been something to see, but maybe something that was heard. You know how that goes.
Look at us. We've been privy to that a lot.
We see this all too often, Sevs.
In our years doing this.
And I like that they do this because, let the guys cool off, bring the coaches in.
I like it and I don't like it. There's 42 seconds left. You can wait till the quarter. You can wait till the quarter to do this because, one, it kind of kills a little bit of momentum.
But they have to be consistent when they know something's going on,
and that's the part that I do agree with.
And I appreciate the officials being consistent. When they know there's something they got to address, they don't wait. They address it now.
I agree.
You're right. It sucks for both teams that we're doing this at 42.8, but what sucks worse is there's a reason why they're doing it, and there's, this is the consequence of it.
Right,
so
right.
They got to clear it up. This is the 2nd time they've had to do this in this game. Coach Walker and Coach Madich are going to have to talk to their guys and tell them to cool off here a little bit.
It's needed. It's gonna.
We still got a quarter left.
Well, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
We're just getting started here. I'm telling you.
They're cooling us off was really good. That means there's going to be some really good football here in the 4th quarter. It means focus. No extracurricular activities. It's going to be straight focus. Who's been more focused in training camp and getting ready for the season in your off season? That is what these last 12 minutes and 42 seconds are going to be all about here in this football game. It's about who's prepared the best here in the offseason, ready for this moment right now, man. And Skyline, if I was Madich, what I'm telling them is like, look, we got a 10-point lead right here. We are in the driver's seat. We got to continue on with that, but we can't kill ourselves by dumb penalties. And that's what I would be telling my team right now. Strip the ball out, get another opportunity for our offense, get the job done at the end of the day.
All right, let's get back to business. 42.8 seconds left here in the third. Stansbury, 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Brighton Reitzel takes a snap, and we have another stop and play.
False start by the running back was kind of leaning forward. Valka was kind of leaning forward there. I like the play call, though, the QB draw.
Yeah, Reitzel may have scored on that.
But
we'll never know.
Everybody was a little antsy. I don't understand.
It doesn't look like there was a penalty on the field.
Right. You stopped the game for
a clock issue.
0.7 seconds? Wow.
We now have 42.8 on the board. We're ready to go. 10-0. Skyline leads, but Stansbury knocking on the door. Here we go. 2nd and goal from the 4. Brighton Reitzel.
Change your play call because of that.
Along with Petty Vach in the backfield. Let's see what they go with. They're going to go with Reitzel again. Jump pass. Incomplete. Felt a little rushed.
Yeah, I don't like the route with the jump pass. You know why?
Ben Joyce, the receiver.
The Tebow pass works is because everybody's going forward and it's right. It's literally the easiest throw. Just with that, you have to wait till the receiver turned outwards, and that's a timing.
The receiver hadn't turned around
yet. You don't
yet.
know what the defense is doing. The receiver and the quarterback's got to be so. I like the play call. I just don't like the route that they have the receiver running on it.
So it's 3rd down and goal from the 4.
Speed option to the field right now, man.
Another chance for Stansbury to get into the end zone. Reitzel looking right. Throws.
Nice.
Caught. Touchdown. There is a flag. We'll wait and see the call.
Offensive PI. Pick route. Shouldn't have been, though. There looked like there was enough space there. Maybe they'll keep the touchdown. I don't know.
Let's see what the call is. It's a big one.
Yep.
It stands. It's a touchdown. The Stallions have scored for the first time in this game with 34.6 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
There you go. As we said, the second half, Brighton Reitzel has definitely made the halftime adjustments. His 2 drives have been extremely better than what we saw in that first half. And right there, that throw, as simple as it may look, folks, is not that simple. That was an excellent throw. Led his receiver after the receiver was being held. So it was just an excellent throw right there, and only where his receiver can get it. Great catch, touchdown. Stansbury's on the board.
An important extra point here.
Down 3 or down 4?
You got to have it. We got an injury. Ladarius Rhodes is having to be helped off the field by a trainer. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't know if Rhodes is cramping or if it's something else. Let's hope it's not serious. You can see Rhodes in the back of the end zone there being helped off as we watch this extra point attempt. It is good. We've got a 3-point game. The Stansbury Stallions have stolen some momentum here, and they are on the board. And this is setting up for what could be a very, very fun 4th quarter. Game night live after dark. Did not think we'd be doing that tonight, but here we are. We still got a quarter to go. It is 10:32 p.m. Mountain Time, and we've still got a quarter to play here at Skyline High School here on Game Night Live Thursday edition.
Well,
we got a Skyline injury now, too.
Can't go get snacks after this. Everything's going to be shut down, too. It's going to be crazy.
It is Thursday night. I don't know what's going to be left open.
Still college night. It's supposed to be Thursdays up on the hill, man. You know, we're not far from there.
It's a high school game, Sly. What are you talking about?
Hey, it's college after tonight.
We're at a high school game. The injured player for Skyline was David Campbell, but he's walking off on his own, so that's a good sign.
Yes.
Okay, so we got another kickoff. A Skin Science Institute kickoff with 34 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
There's a penalty.
There was a penalty, and the kick will come from the midfield mark from the 50. We'll see if there's a return.
High sky.
Do they squib it a little bit? No, they're going to send it into the end zone for touchback. So Skyline will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. How does Skyline respond now? I think they're trying to get the juice that was on the sideline isn't there. The crowd isn't into it now.
Hey, Tate Johnson.
The quarterback's got to get it going.
Yeah, well, he's got to settle his feet. He's got happy feet to me right now. Settle your feet and throw the ball. You got to have nice follow through. You got to have strong strikes, right? That's what we've seen with Brighton Wrightsville on the other side of the football. He's settled down and he's actually delivering the football well. It's gonna be the same thing for Tate Johnson right here. You have outstanding receivers over there from Judah Vale to Will Tahola. You got to get these guys the football. Even David Campbell, get them the football by settling your feet, throwing the football. Throw the ball in there. You can't have happy feet.
Johnson takes a snap. He is going to throw. Another quick hitter. Nice pickup on first down.
8 yards. Nice.
That was Valet.
Very good throw right there. Very good catch.
We'll see if that's the last play of the third quarter.
Feels like it.
If so, it'll be 2nd down and 2 when we come back.
That's going to be the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock go. It's been a long night. It's been a wild night. We've overcome an hour and 15-minute lightning delay. A lot of penalties. Roller coaster rides on both sides of the field. But here we go for what could be a special fourth quarter. Can't wait to show it to you here on Game Night Live Thursday edition. We'll be right back after this.
Hikes, local races, challenging adventures, that one goal that means so much to you. Salt Lake Running Company has the gear and expert advice you need to start and finish strong. You'll be crushing that goal before you know it. With our trained and knowledgeable staff, an award-winning custom shoe fit process, and the head-to-toe products you need, SLRC will gear you up for your goal. Shop in-store at any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from...
Welcome back. We begin the fourth quarter from the 28-yard line. The Skyline Eagles have the ball up 10-7 as we begin the fourth quarter of play in this game. Jonah Miley breaking tackles again, getting to the outside. Miley almost broke another one. By the time he's done, he's got a first down.
Great run right there. Tough run. Kept his feet moving right there. Protected the football in traffic. You can see why D1s like this guy, or especially Utah likes this guy.
That was a big one to keep home, Sly. You gotta get your best kids in the state. You're not going to get them all, but
yeah,
that's one I think they're really excited to have.
And it is kind of hard too, right? You do have your hometown kids, but at the same time, there's a lot of kids that want to get out of state and do some other things. But man, if you can keep guys like that home, that's exactly what you want to do.
Johnson avoids the rush, finally goes down. Another sack for the Stansbury defense. That was Ben Joyce that got in there.
Great job by Ben Joyce. He's one of those guys who now playing D-end, I believe.
Coach Walker talked about moving him from linebacker to D-end.
So they can have more speed at that end position. And
it's paying off right there.
Yeah, they've done a terrific job, is what Coach Walker said. It's, yes, Ben Joyce and Austin Jacobson both moved to D-end from linebacker for this Stansbury defense right here and added a little bit more speed on the edge. Take a timeout because play clock went out right there. Is that their second timeout of this half, or is it just their first?
I think that's their first, but you don't want to take timeouts
early in the fourth quarter.
right now.
Oh, you're going to need it. This is a tight football game, right? This might be you're going to need those. Yep, this is their second timeout. So they only got one timeout left. So this Skyline team only has one timeout left as we start this fourth quarter. You're going to need those. Those are valuable real estate. So what's going to be important for them if I'm Coach Madich is I'm not playing the chess match. I got to go for the jugular because I'm low on timeouts, right? So if I get anywhere close, I'm not punting the football. If it's like 4th and 2, 4th and 3, or what, I'm going for it for those. I'm trying to get in the end zone because I don't want this game tight to where I need my timeouts.
Johnson. Quick hitter again. Trying to make something happen. Stansbury wraps him up. That defense getting it done there. That'll get Skyline back to the line of scrimmage before the sack. So we'll be looking at a 3rd down and 10. Will Black was the receiver. Did a good job to fight for those yards, but that Stansbury defense was right there to bottle them up. Coming up on 10 minutes left in this game.
It's been a big shout out. We got to shout out this defense. Holy smokes.
They've been through it tonight. They've been in some tough spots.
Well, one, this Skyline offense is very, very talented.
Yeah, and they're strong and they're physical.
From the quarterbacks to their skill position to the O-line is big.
Oh, clean shot on the quarterback.
Hit on the quarterback.
Tate Johnson took a big hit.
Yeah, he did.
He did get rid of the football. It was incomplete, but Stansbury sent the blitz, and it paid off on 3rd down. So 4th and 10. Skyline's going to have to punt. And here we are, Sly, as we talked about. Stansbury, with this offense, just needed some momentum, and here they are with a chance to take the lead on this possession. As long as this punt exchange goes smoothly for them.
Right.
I can't get too ahead of myself the way special teams have gone tonight, but this is clean so far. Catch on the punt is made. Tackle is made at the 40-yard line. Boston Roley with the return. Nice job on special teams for Skyline. I think it was Lincoln Clark got in there. Lincoln Clark with the tackle. So 9:35 left to play in the game. Stansbury can take the lead or tie on this drive, depending on what they get offensively here. When you consider how this whole game has gone, Sly, the fact that Stansbury has a chance to take a lead right here is
pretty
a
outstanding.
major tribute to their ability to overcome adversity here in week 1.
Yeah.
They've been in some tough spots tonight, and they've fought through it, and now they have a chance.
It ain't ever over. That's what you tell your team. Defend every blade of grass, every opportunity you have. Stand there and fight, no matter what happens.
Reitzel hands off.
Wow.
Vaca. Physical run.
Wow.
Still taking on defenders. Look at this guy run. The sophomore. So physical. Petty Vaca.
Oof. I like that. 5 yards, but I tell you what, folks, you can tell a lot from that 5 yards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 6, 7 missed tackles on that 1 5-yard run right there. Wow. He's going to have a great year.
Yeah.
And that's what we said in the beginning of the game. The way this is rolling, he needs 20-plus carries.
Reitzel will throw. Got a block. Throws down the middle. Not there. Incomplete. They have just not been able to connect on that deep shot that they like to take.
Flag.
There is a flag in the secondary, so we'll see what that is. That could
I agree. The receiver,
work in favor of Stansbury.
The receiver was on the ground.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh, there's other refs. They should have called it. But let's see here. What's this holding on the defense? Oh. Yeah, he got pulled down. Should be pass interference because the ball was in the air. So the difference is if the ball is in the air, if the ball isn't. To me, the ball was released from Reitzel before Roley went to the ground. And so that's pass interference, so that should have been 15 yards. But either way, go Stansbury.
Stansbury will take the 10 in the first down. Reitzel rolling left, throws off his back foot, and there's another penalty. This is a tough go for Skyline secondary right now. 2 penalties in a row.
Yeah, Raleigh's putting some pressure on this defense, man. Yeah. So again, the ball was in the air and that happened. That's why that was 15 yards. Which I believe the other one should have, but either way, it was a penalty. Now they're down on the Skyline 30-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone, moving the ball effectively with passing and penalties.
25 yards of penalties on the last 2 plays alone. Stansbury from the Skyline 30-yard line. 1st and 10, 8:43 to go. Vaca's got room to run. Vaca turns inside and is tackled inside the 20 down to the 14. Now they'll mark him at the 13-yard line. Stansbury once again in the red zone.
This has been a very different Stansbury offense than we saw in the first half, right? From what we've known and covered of Stansbury over the years to what we're seeing in that first half, this is more of the Stansbury that we were expecting coming in here. And tip the cap to the Stansbury defense for keeping these guys in the game and giving Reitzel and this offense the opportunity to show themselves, to show their true selves here in the second half. But great job by Stansbury at staying in this thing.
1st and 10 from the 13. Back to Vaca again. He takes a shot, and a helmet pops off. It is physical out there.
Yes, it is.
Afiaki lost his helmet.
And now he's got to come off. He's got to come off, but
oh, that's a visual.
Oh, you gotta love football.
Reason number 572 why I love football right there. That
You're only at 572. I'm in the thousands, baby.
I got a long list. Don't worry.
Oh man, yes.
That was awesome. It's a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 5. It's a 5-yard gain. Reitzel in the pistol. Trips left, looking that way. Fires, back of the end zone. Caught, touchdown! The Stallions have come back to take the lead in the 4th.
It's a 9-7-3 combination route on the outside. You run trips there. You run that flat route. You think that everybody was like, oh, they're running this for the flat is the ace. And then you run a hitch. That hitch sets these guys up right here and sucks them in. Nobody's covering the 7 route. That's outstanding work right there. Great play call. That's a red zone. That's a red zone play. But beautifully executed. Beautiful throw. He didn't have to put pressure on it. He didn't have to put heat on it. He didn't have to get there super fast. He was wide open. You just had to make sure that he had the opportunity to get it right there. Great job by Stansbury. Now takes the lead. Right at the crazy positions they've been in, the red zone opportunity Skyline has been in.
There was a moment in the 3rd, Sly, where Skyline was ready to take a 17-0 lead here at home.
Right.
And that was a tipping point. And the Stansbury defense stepped up and got the stop. Another look at the touchdown catch.
Great job. Great job right there. Absolutely love it. I love the play calling.
Reitzel to Reitzel.
Situation. I was what we said from Coach Walker. He said there was unparalleled chemistry between the twins.
Shocking.
They've only lived together their entire life.
Twins have chemistry.
But just the way that they work, they're both team captains. The way that they work on this football team is very commendable. It's easy for everybody to follow along with. They get a lot from everybody on this team from them.
Belay on the return. It's got a lane. Finally wrapped up. That was a nice return. That could have been worse for Stansbury, but they had one player step up there and get the hit and slowed him down enough for the cavalry to come finish him off. So Skyline right now, they got to get up off the mat. This is a team, like I said, that was on the verge of taking a 17-0 lead, and now they find themselves trailing 14-10 with 7 minutes and 14 seconds left. That energy and that juice that was on the sideline isn't there right now. They got to find it.
Well, it's a great job by Stansbury's defense at creating pressure, but it's got to be Tate Johnson right here. You got to take the reins here, settle these guys in, make great pre-snap reads, and don't worry so much about making the reads on the run. You got to be able to make those decisions beforehand.
Johnson will hand it off to Miley. Miley trying to break free. Stansbury does a good job bottling him up there.
Yeah.
Miley's had a big night, but not so much in the second half.
Stansbury's doing a great job of taking Miley out of this game, right? They've stacked the box. They've created great penetration to where he's got to make moves before he hits the line of scrimmage. What we said in the first half when I saw him is his burst through the line of scrimmage. You're not being able to see that because the penetration of the defense is not allowing him to get to the line of scrimmage to get that first step of burst. And so, again, commend the Stansbury defense for doing a great job of standing up and trying to eliminate one of their best players.
6:35 and counting. Johnson on second down. Rolls left, throws left. Tried to get it in there. Tough throw, incomplete. Trying to get Black by the sideline. Couldn't haul it in. Clock just stopped at 6:28, but it's going to be third down and almost 9 yards to go. The Eagles up against it here. They got to come up with a play. And the guy that's made the plays tonight is Tui Taholo.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy is I don't feel like he's gotten the targets that he should.
Feels like he needs one. He's just coming on the field right now. You see number 7 is running on the field right now, so keep an eye on 7. It's a long-distance situation here, and he's made the play of the game so far, an incredible catch on the sideline that helped set up a touchdown. Let's see if they go to Taholo again. Johnson's looking that way, but he's flushed out of the pocket. He's in trouble. He avoids the rush and now throws. Open cut! What a play! The Eagles get a first down. The composure and the fight by Johnson. We have an injury now, unfortunately, on that play, but let's look at it first.
As we said, it's got to be Tate Johnson that
Johnson's
steps up.
dead to rights. How did he pull
They had
this
him
off?
twice in the backfield. Finds a guy downfield.
I think that's Black that's injured. Let's hope he's okay. Gosh. Ooh.
Was there? I didn't see the roughing the passer, but geez, oh, that's huge because that was a big gain, and you had 15 on top.
Let's see. Let's watch this again and see if we can see the foul. Call it on Bronx Baker, I believe. He went high on him after he threw it.
Yep.
Fortunately, Black is still down. What a play by Johnson. You were calling for it. You said it's got to be Johnson, right? It's got to be Johnson that makes a play.
Ooh.
And he did, but you hate to see this.
Yes.
Let's hope it's not serious.
A play, I think he got his leg tangled up in that. Also, it's a very strong tackle.
That's a good sign. There you go, Will Black. That's great. Yeah, there we go. That'll get the sideline fired up.
It's like I don't need to feel
all right
until after the game.
That's a tough young man right there. That's a big play. And now after the penalty, Skyline's rolling. They are in Stansbury territory at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Make it the 37. Johnson will throw, rolling left again. Rush comes. He goes down. Ball is on the turf. Bronx Baker lit him up. And now there's a penalty because Baker rolled. I don't know what happened there with Baker.
Threw the football.
I don't know what happened with Baker on that play because he just made an outstanding play, and it's going to be erased because of that.
Oh,
this is why Bronx Baker is a 4-star Power 4 prospect. And he went and did that to erase it. That is a learning experience
the guy
for
was
Baker.
On the ground. He knows it wasn't a fumble.
Yeah.
He heard the whistle, but he picked the ball up and then he threw it. It wasn't even hard though. Here's the look, folks. I'm sitting over here talking, and I got penalized in the Sugar Bowl for that same exact thing.
Yeah.
And that was something he didn't need to even pick the football.
It's a shame because that was a big time Power 4 play by a Power 4 athlete.
Well, I mean, you heard the Skyline crowd say, "Oh,
yeah,"
right. And so, well, at least they got back to the original.
I mean, they would have been backed up 10 yards, and now it's 2nd and 9 from the 36. So Johnson bounces up off the turf after that. And now he's going to throw it, but he's in trouble. Once again, he escapes the pocket. Throws across the middle. Caught. That's a first down for Skyline. What a play by Johnson to keep it alive. And then he finds Campbell for the first down.
It's got to be Tate Johnson. We said it's got to be Tate Johnson. He's got to settle those feet and got to throw the football. Great job right here. Great rush. Steps up, uncovers the guy, delivers the football right there, moves down the field. Great job by Tate Johnson.
1st and 10 from the 25. It's been a great response so far by the Skyline Eagles. Down for the first time in the game, 14-10.
Watch Judah Vale here in the slot. Comes in motion.
High snap. Johnson gets it to Miley up the middle. Miley fighting for yards, but he's brought down.
It's a good 2-yard pickup.
At the 23-yard line.
It's good right now because what they're doing is they're also wasting clock.
Yes, the clock is running. Under 5 minutes
because
to play.
Skyline only has the one timeout, right? So you don't want to get in the position where you need that. The bad part is Stansbury's been standing up here in the red zone all night. So it's not guaranteed to get your lead. So you got a couple different situations as coach. You have to make a decision here. Do we go get this or what? ISO down here on the boundary.
Johnson runs.
Great decision.
Gets outside. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
No messing around. I like that. No messing around. He saw an opening right there, right? The receiver took the guy out, but the DN crashed down, so that just became wide open. He's just like, let me just run with this. I'm going to get out, go stop this clock, and pick up good yardage right there. He picked up like 6-7 yards on that run. Now this is a big 3rd down right here because you have to go for it on 4th down. You can't kick a field goal.
It's 3rd down and 2 with 4:24 left to play.
So with that being known, it is a 2-down play. You just can't take a sack.
Johnson pressured again. Throws. Caught. 1st down. Found Judah Valet. Well, Johnson is showing a lot on this drive.
Yeah,
with the game on the line, he is stepping up.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's making great throws, great decisions. He sees that pressure right there. I don't know how you let Judah Valet that wide open, but they did. Picks up the 1st down.
Now I'll bring this up. We've seen this before in the red zone. And the Stansbury defense has been up to the task over and over again.
Here's the thing. Skyline's got momentum, and it's the 4th quarter, which means Stansbury's defense has been out there a lot in this football game. So they're looking a little tired here.
They go under center. Nothing there. Great job. Bronx Baker with the tackle.
Bronx Baker, wow. Doing some great things tonight. Great job at penetrating right there and making that tackle.
So the Stallions use a timeout.
Which is very good. As I said, this defense has been on the field a lot in this football game. When you have the bend but don't break mentality, that football, especially first in the season where you haven't really tested your conditioning for a whole football game yet. Late in that 4th quarter, if you've been on the field a lot, it kind of works against you. And so this timeout is actually a really, really good timeout that you're taking. Relax. We're still in driver's seat. There's 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. We need to control this. Stop these guys. Get it. If we can force them into 4th down, we make them make bad decisions. Kind of regroup their brain right now. It's a very, very good timeout there by Coach Walker.
3:35 officially on the clock. That's what's left here in regulation. What a long night it's been. But hey, we've got a great game coming here down to the wire. We're 3 minutes short of 11 p.m. on a Thursday night in August. Why not? 3:35 left. Skyline knocking on the door in the red zone. Johnson throws.
Oof.
Almost intercepted.
Oof.
That was dangerous.
I seen it. They had the slant. It was open pre-snap, but the corner dropped inside after the snap. And Toholo didn't really set up the slant that well. But I think Tate Johnson really wanted that because, again, the pre-snap, it looked open, but the corner jumped inside after the snap because I was looking there because I was like, I would throw there. But the corner jumped inside and took that away. It sucks because in the professional ranks, they kind of make their own in-game adjustments where, like, he took that away. I'm going to go back to the corner. And quarterbacks can make that throw adjustment, and they waste their last timeout.
And Skyline's got to use that final timeout. But this is a crucial play on 3rd down and 10 with the game on the line. They've got to get this right, or it won't matter what happens in this final 3 minutes.
3rd down. Of course, 2-down territory, as we said. Here at the, 12-yard line? Yeah, if the end zone is open, take it. But you got to understand that the clock isn't a huge thing. It's not like it's 8 seconds left on the game clock and we got to throw it out of bounds or nothing. If you got something on the inside, you got a 6-yard gain, you got a 7-yard gain. Get that 6-7-yard gain so you're closer. So the defense has to defend both the touchdown and the short yardage play, and then you get to live again if you get that first down. And see, if you get a first down, that means you're 1st and goal at the 2-yard line, at the 3-yard line. So there's a lot of perks right there. But here on this 3rd down, it's they just got to make sure they got to know it's an imperative that they don't feel like they have to get it all here on this one play.
3rd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Johnson steps up into the pocket, avoids the rush, does exactly what you're talking about. Slide not quite as much as you said, but you get some positive yardage to set you up for 4th down.
Yeah, and he gets back to this left hash. And it really sucks. If it was on the right hash, he's got the open field is your offhand side, but now it's not. He's back on the left hash, which the open side of the field is his right hand, his strong hand. So if he rolls out of the pocket, he's going to be rolling to the strong side of the field for him, and that's positive. So this is a better position for the 4th down here. They're going trips to the weak side, which means they're going to bring something back to that right side up there.
4th and 8. Johnson throws to the end zone. Yep. Intercepted. Picked off. The Stallions defense does it again. He had the touchdown for Stansbury on offense, and now he's got the interception that might seal it on defense. Lincoln Reitzel.
Yo, that was football IQ right there. Great job. So I was pointing out, they went trips to this side, which is the short side of the field, which means his strong side is the right side. Something's going back to that offside. Taholo's their best receiver. Yeah. As we all know, something's going to happen. Either slant, come back, fade route. What are they going to do right there? The way he came off the line of scrimmage, there wasn't going to be a slant, so you got a fade or a comeback route. Taholo slips. Reitzel undercuts it. Oh, they got no timeouts.
No timeouts, 2:37 left.
One.
Stansbury needs 1 first down.
And it ends it.
Reitzel up the middle.
Oof.
They'll let the clock run. Skyline cannot stop the clock.
I'm clapping right now. Lincoln Reitzel. Oh, my gosh.
What a game he's had.
That was a beautiful play. If anybody, if you understand the game and all that, what he did at the cornerback position right there, it would make Deion Sanders jump out of his chair. Oh, my God. That was absolutely outstanding play, young man. Understanding the situation. Understanding the formation and what they're giving you, what they've had this whole game, what the likelihoods that they're going to run. And you take that away. Oh, my gosh. Great play right there by Lincoln Reitzel.
Clock runs.
They're in no rush.
It'll be 2nd and 7 for Stansbury.
Don't snap this ball too early. Wait till the 5-second
15
mark.
seconds on the play clock, so they'll take their time. Boy, what a victory this would be for Stansbury.
Right.
The adversity they faced all night, down for the first 3 quarters, didn't score until the 4th.
Stay in bounds.
Vaca fumbled out of bounds. That's what you talk about. Hey, Skyline trying to make a play there.
Right.
The good news for Skyline is that stops the clock, right?
Nope. It's a first down. First down. So
but if he fumbled out of bounds,
doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
It's that first down that we were talking about.
Okay.
That first down. So, yeah, take 3 knees right here.
Yeah, that should do it. Oh, boy, if you're Skyline, Sly, you're just like, there's so many good things that they did tonight, and some guys stepped up, and you saw what they have to work with here, and you can see the potential. You had a chance to go up 17-0 in the third quarter. You were in complete and total control of this game.
A lot more than that, too.
Oh,
yeah.
They're going to watch this game back and be like, man, we had our chances.
Red zone.
But, I look on the other side, Sly, and, you saw the first half, the offense for Stansbury just wasn't clicking.
Yeah.
We didn't see the Reitzel connection at all in the first half.
Right.
And they just couldn't get anything going with that pass game, but they stuck with it. Vaca was huge tonight as a running back. You got to give that offensive line some credit, but really, Stansbury's defense won this game tonight. Stansbury's defense won this game tonight. If this holds, if they're able to take these knees and this final score ends up being 14-10, I'm going to point to the Stansbury defense in multiple tough situations in short fields where they made a stand in the red zone, kept their team in this game until the offense figured it out in the fourth quarter.
Only gave up 10 points. Really, their touchdown came at the end. At the end of that first half.
Right.
Kind of on a whim.
Yeah.
So
they needed 2 big outstanding plays in the pass game to Skyline to get that touchdown.
Right.
That was pretty much all that Stansbury's defense bend. There's moments where they certainly did that tonight, but they did never break. They never did break except for that one series late in the first half, and this team could have crumbled. After that touchdown, that was demoralizing for Stansbury. I'm thinking, man, that's got to be tough to give that up, but give Coach Walker and his staff credit. They got their guys ready to play in the second half, and they're going to walk away tonight with a road win here on Game Night Live Thursday edition over a really, really good Skyline team. But what I love to see tonight, Sly, it's week 1. These teams have a long way to grow, but I walk away from this, even though it was sloppy at times and kind of a roller coaster ride. These 2 teams are good enough to make the turf of Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Sure.
And you look at some of the other contenders in 4A. There are plenty, but we all know who the king is right now in 4A. It's Ridgeline.
Mm-hmm.
But these are 2 teams that by the time you get to October and into November, that they possibly could challenge that Ridgeline team.
Yeah, I like it. And I think the issues that were tonight are completely fixable.
Oh, for sure.
From both teams, especially Skyline, and them understanding what their focus on the offensive side of the ball should be, and where to continue riding that horse and making that happen. But yes, a great fight from the Stansbury football team tonight. This is an away game. You went into somebody else's hostile territory on the first game of the year, had a bad first half, had an hour and 15-minute rain lightning delay, had this, had that, and you come back and win in amazing fashion. This is why we love football, right? Reason number 32,000. Right? This is absolutely outstanding. There's so many things that we can say about this football game today, but tip your cap to that Stansbury defense for giving Stansbury's team an opportunity to win this game. And thank you, Skyline, for hosting us.
Absolutely. What a great way to start the season. A memorable night with the lightning delay and everything else for everyone's patience as the weather did its thing. But we were gifted with a great second half, and that was a very competitive game. And like I said, that's a semifinal preview here in week 1, so we enjoyed it.
I believe it.
All right, that's a wrap from Skyline. Stansbury with a comeback in the second half. Rallies to defeat Skyline 14-10 in this 4A early season matchup. Both these teams have very difficult early season schedules that will prepare them for November, and we got to see a little bit of that tonight. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll see you tomorrow night live from Fremont as the Fremont Silverwolves host the Weber Warriors, a rivalry game Friday night on Game Night Live. So long from Skyline High School. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Hey, thanks so much for being here, guys.